Lord, please, let me pray to you that this podcast will be extra successful. Please, let me know that yours, Marco, M-Easy, Kmart, Miss Nessa, a.k.a. Blaze your mommy. We're trying to go on tour. Someone told me not to say try, but to go on tour. Know what I mean? But like I mentioned before, we're gonna be successful. And I'll be watching them every step of the way. Cause they right here. They ain't going anywhere. Ow, ow. Come on! Now start the motherfucking show.
SoundCloud music.
And welcome back to the place where nothing is safe. This is episode 148 of the Jig Is Up podcast. You know me. I'm your host. Yo, it's Marco, and I'm with...
It's your guy, M-Easy.
Huh? Oh, what?
It's your girl, Miss Nessa, a.k.a. Blaze your mommy. Sorry.
It's your boy, Kmart. Hey, it's been a while. Damn. I'm so happy to be here right now, man.
You happy to be here?
It's been a long time overdue.
Yes. It's been a long time, man.
When last time I've been, like, episode 2? Well, I'm joking.
Now, we ain't in the 2s. I'm still in the 1s.
See, that's how long I've been there.
He thought we were already in the 200s. Nah, we ain't moving that quick.
I'm joking.
We ain't moving that quick, but man.
It's been a minute, though.
Yeah, it's been a while, like Stain. Yeah. It's been a while. For all my friends who used to listen to rock music in their teenage depressed years and shit in the early 2000s, shout outs to you guys. You guys know who you are.
Yep.
Well, anyway, how was your guys' International Women's Day weekend?
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah, how was it?
Nessa?
Damn, you misogynistic pigs. Y'all just gonna y'all didn't celebrate Women's Day? Huh?
Damn.
Huh?
Nope.
Damn.
Damn. Well, at least I went to see my mom.
What day was it?
What day was it?
It was Thursday.
It was on Thursday, the 7th?
Wait.
No, it was on the 8th.
It was on the 8th.
It was on the 8th.
That was Friday.
That was Friday.
Yeah, it was Friday.
That was masterful marketing plan by Marvel. Because guess what came out on March 8th?
Captain Marvel.
Did you guys go see it?
Nope.
No, not yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yep.
All I'm going to say...
I was trying to go see it.
You were trying to go see it?
Yeah.
I'll go see it tomorrow.
So no review from us yet. Sorry, guys, if you were looking for that. But I will have to say, politics aside, I never seen a movie that's been so coddled by the media in my life.
Shit, tell me about it.
Like coddled, like if niggas shooting shots at it, Rotten Tomatoes is like being a human shield for it.
Oh man, it's like the penguin when he put his umbrella out and they throw tomatoes at him. At the conference. That's pretty much how it looks like.
That's how it was. Like people were getting their losing access. And they were giving it like a really bad review, confusing it with bots and shit. I don't know, man.
I don't know. I mean, I just say just go see the movie.
Yeah, go see the movie, see it for yourself.
Yeah.
Make your own opinion. Yep. Leave the politics aside.
I mean, that's kind of what they did with the Venom. Like, say, oh, Venom is horrible and like that. And shit. I kind of
had fun watching it.
It was cool. It was a cool flick. You know, just to go out.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like, this is a plot.
Yeah. Well, everybody on Twitter was like, what the, I don't know, say, excuse what everybody else says. Like, that movie's pretty cool.
People were trying to bash the shit out of Aquaman. I'm like, Aquaman was pretty straight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, god damn. Yeah. It seems like if you ain't Disney, a Disney Marvel movie, you ain't getting no, but you gonna shit on easily.
I see you, IGN.
I see you, Rotten Tomatoes. The jig is up.
Yeah, stick to review.
Stop acting like you're impartial anyway.
I've been saying Operation Sabotage by Disney.
Oh yeah, Mickey Mouse ain't playing.
Yeah, the mouse don't play, man.
The Mouse House. Always bet on the Mouse House.
Why you think he had a club, man?
Shit, he got a club. He be giving wine. Yeah, he's Mickey Mouse. He sees you and he knows that you're a critic. Ha ha! You gave my movie a bad review. Ha ha! You ain't coming into my party. Ha ha! Motherfucker! You want to come back in? You gotta suck this mouse dick.
Wait, Goofy on the
Yeah, they be sounding like Goofy on the dick.
Oh, I remember Amazing sent me that thing that says Goofy knows the fuck yuck or something like that. It was something stupid.
Yo, there was a funny thing.
Your dad knows how to fuck yuck.
Yeah.
Throughout my years of living, I thought Goofy was a dog, but he's not a dog.
What is Goofy? A cow?
Donkey or some shit?
He's a cow.
He's a cow.
Oh, yeah.
Goofy is like a cow.
What made me understand that was his, I don't want to call her love interest, but the character that he was supposed to be matched up with looked more like a cow than anything.
The more you know. Oh, and
so Pluto's the only dog, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, Pluto's
dogs are just inferior in the world of Disney.
Guess so.
Damn, ducks can talk,
Hell
cows can talk, whatever else animals can talk, except for dogs.
Not dogs.
Hey, that's some bullshit. I would never want to be a dog in the Disney World.
Hey, we had chancing up.
So what is Goofy's buddy?
Pete?
Yeah.
I have no idea. The fuck is Pete? Just Google there.
Oh shit.
We're googling trivial shit, listeners.
Yeah, Pete.
And if you haven't seen a Goofy movie, you're too young,
Oh my
and you should go see it.
Yeah.
Shout out to Powerline.
Shout out to Powerline. Shout out to Tevin Campbell.
I'm trying to see Powerline if he went on tour as a hologram.
Hey, you know what? You gave him an idea, man. You should.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
would hella go on tour.
I would hella see it. I'd go. I'd pay money.
Just for one song.
Powerline's world tour or national.
Oh shit! Pete's a fucking cat.
Wow.
Pete is a cat.
That's crazy.
Wow, he's a fat cat.
That makes sense because him and Mickey used to go back and forth back in the older cartoons.
Yo.
Mouse versus
oh
cat,
yeah,
so
that makes sense.
that would make sense.
Damn.
Hey,
The more you know.
the more you know. Cat, cow. Yoga.
Right.
Cat, cow, duck, dog.
Dang, the dog can't. Damn, a cat can talk, but not a dog. Damn, Disney.
Yeah.
Damn, y'all. Dogs' lives matter, man.
Damn.
Goofy don't look nothing like
Hell.
no damn cow, bruh.
That's crazy.
I know. I was thinking about it like dogs that don't talk, man. It's like Brain from fucking Inspector Gadget can't talk. Fucking
You stupid.
fucking what's his name? The Jetsons. He can't talk.
Oh no, dogs.
I love you. Like,
dogs.
I mean, Scooby kind of.
And you know what's the funny, the sad and funny thing about this? Dogs still get better representation in cartoons than black people back in the days. Black people used to look like motherfucking Sambos
Yeah.
back in the
It's
day.
kinda sad, but it's true.
Sad but true.
Sad but true.
Sorry guys, I didn't want to be a stinker for y'all, but I just want to give y'all some little facts right there, some little pop culture trivial facts. But yeah, man, the streets want to know what we vibing to, because they want to know what we be bumping in the music world.
Oh man, well, I'm about to give it to M Easy on this one.
Oh, amazing.
Are we just giving out like a
What
song?
you vibing to? Like just
Artist?
whoever you bumping,
Well-
old, new, whatever, you know.
Oh shit.
Go ahead.
I'll give two songs out there. PJ Morton song. I'm sorry, PJ Morton.
PJ Morton.
He dropped a song called "Say So" with artist we know named JoJo.
Oh.
Very soulful song. So if you're about that
Interesting.
R&B and soul life, I suggest you go check it out. And I just came across another artist that's not a really big artist at all. Named T Mason.
Yes.
He dropped a song called "Nigga Tendencies" on his EP.
I like that already. I'm gonna go listen.
It goes hard.
He's from
like,
Decatur, so. Yeah.
Oh, Decatur. Oh, he from Georgia. Okay.
Yeah, he put me on that. I was like, ooh, shit. Okay, I fucks with it. I'm mostly listening to old. I always listen to old stuff, but mostly Marvin Gaye. I Want You. It's my favorite album ever.
Okay.
My favorite album ever.
Been having this Michael Jackson mix too.
Oh.
On play.
Oh yeah.
And then it goes left. I gotta stay fly. Oh. Or like
I be mixing it up,
South stuff like.
Yeah. But I also like listening to weird shit though. So that's just
eclectic. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's good. What about you, Ness? You been bumping?
What songs you been bumping to lately?
Well, I've been trying to catch up and listen to a lot of the new music that's been out. But as far as just me vibing, I've been listening to a lot of like 2000s R&B
you getting ready
songs.
for that B2K return Millennium concert? Huh?
No, because I'm not going to it.
You're not going? Why
It's not in San Diego.
It's in LA, right?
It's in LA, but I'll be in Jamaica during that time. So,
shit.
even if we were
Jamaica?
trying to go, that
She about to get the bad man strokes.
No, definitely not.
Definitely
Definitely not. But I've been listening to that. Not even because of that. I just kind of been not even just R&B, but just like more like chill music. You know what I mean? Like I just been on, especially with this weather. You know what I mean?
Chill instrumentals and stuff like that.
That's me. I've been
playing
instrumentals like New Jabez.
Oh, and Shino, the rapper Shino 02 is gonna perform tomorrow at Music Box.
What?
Yeah, he's in town at Music Box tomorrow. Yeah,
that sucks.
And I used to bump New Jabez hard back in the day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you put me up on that actually.
Yeah, for those who don't know, New Jabez is
Mata Soul, homie.
He's no longer with us, and he's a famous DJ producer from Japan. So he makes some dope beats. You know what I mean?
If you've watched Samurai Champloo,
yep.
Then you know who he is.
Who's
Whose theme?
Sound like?
Yep. Oh man.
Adult Swim.
Yep.
He's contributed to Adult Swim beats.
You know what? I've been on that kind of Adult Swim beats type of vibe. I've been listening to this cat named Budgie, and I discovered him from listening to Selection Radio. Because I'm back on the streets driving on Lyft. You know what I mean? I'm trying to raise these funds.
That's what's up, man.
Trying to raise these funds so I get this Mexico money right, So I listened to the station, and he had
I might be joining them soon.
And he had a little project called Panty Soakers. He has a series called Panty Soakers, and they're just like instrumentals, some dope ass instrumentals. He does that, and he also did one with like a gospel inspired like beat tape, I guess you can say. That's pretty dope. And he also worked with Alchemist back in 2017 called The Good Book, and had like rappers from like fucking let me just look at the track list. I'm not gonna play it because I'm not trying to. He had like Royce the 5'9". You had Mobb Deep, Big Twins, fucking Action Bronson, Buddy, Joyce Wright, Evidence.
Oh shit!
Damn. So yeah, like this shit is dope. Like especially if you're an Alchemist fan and you love like Infamous First Infantry. Bump this shit. Like bump this shit for real. And it's 2 years old and I'm late to the party, but for those who don't know, now you know, motherfucker. But yeah. There's one more thing, just for a warm up. I came across a funny Twitter thread. I think should go live on this one. Cause this was hilarious,
bruh.
I shared it.
You shared it with us.
Yeah, just the one I shared.
I read that. I tried to read that whole thread. I almost went to measure myself. Oh man. Well.
It's okay. You did. It's fine.
Nah, I did that a long time ago in high school.
I did that long.
I know my length, but as far as the girth.
Oh shit! Let me go live for this one real quick because this is gonna be hilarious.
Oh boy!
But yeah, man, that group chat was live, man. Even Zach was like all into it. Sometimes well, Zach, he's usually try to keep the group chat alive most of the time. So this is a Twitter thread from the sexpert Glamazon Tayomi. I don't know if you guys. Yeah, she's a sexpert and she has a verified account. She's been on like podcasts with Horrible Decisions. She's a very sex positive woman out there, and she had a funny ass Twitter thread that I just had to share with the group. And they were talking about. She asked people in her timeline, for those who enjoy dick, what is your dick threshold?
at what size do you tap out? And me being a comment creeper, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go all in the comments, and I wanted to see like what were their threshold. And Taomi, she already said she taps out at 10 inches and 5 inches of girth.
I'm mad.
10 inches.
I'm mad.
And 5 inches of girth.
Inches of girth.
What the fuck kind of pussy she got?
I was like 5 inches of girth.
God damn.
Damn near half a Subway sandwich.
Yo, look at Emizi's face.
That's
10
stupid.
inches and 5 inches of girth. That's like, yo, 5 inches of girth. That's like the bottom of maybe like a medium cup. That's probably like 5 inches of
Maybe
girth. Is probably this fucking bottle. And 10 inches.
This is 5
Yo.
inches of girth.
Yo, the homie Mike Eddie said, "Damn, like that," and Nam just said, "Gaper."
Like that.
Yeah, like that. But wait, it gets worse. Not worse, but it gets better.
It gets worse.
Now you know.
I mean,
that's an Onyx.
Worse than better. Worse than better.
You know, it's an Onyx reference. You know, for those who don't who knows.
Slam.
You know, there. Oh man, there's some
Slamming
interesting
in
ones.
them damn walls.
So
boys be small.
So this one chick said, "My ex." Oh, you want to hold it, K?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, you got it, K?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you can flip it right there.
Gotcha.
Okay, this one chick said, my ex was 13 inches without an erection. I was climbing the walls.
Bruh.
I stick to average now, 7 to 8. Newsflash, 7 to 8 ain't average.
Nope. It's 6. 6 and a
is
half.
average. 7's above average, damn
Yeah.
it. You gotta respect them 7s out there.
Yeah. Don't be calling niggas average.
When a nigga at 7, nigga, he's like, nigga, I'm good.
Yeah. He's above average, so he's
I'm
good.
above average. I'm good.
For you 7s out there, good job, guys.
You made it, nigga. You made it to the bigger side of average
Pat
club.
yourselves on the back. You're somebody.
Oh
important.
shit. So okay, one girl said I like 6 to 8 with girth. You know, she likes the pain, but she wants to keep it enjoyable.
She showed the 6s some love.
Yeah, 6 side. One girl said the one girl said the curve is everything. For you ladies who love curved, ain't no ladies in here. It's just dudes. Last week we had mad chicks on here. Now it's the niggas in here. It's all good.
On the thread.
Yeah,
About dicks.
talking about how much dick a girl could take. Shit. What's another one that stood out to me? Well, when you guys looked at the thread, which one that stood out to you guys?
That 13. I was
The
like,
13
what the fuck,
soft?
homie?
Man, I don't even know. Like, I was reading a bunch of them, and that wasn't the only one.
Yeah, there was multiple.
Because somebody said 6-inch girth or some shit. I was like,
6-inch girth?
I said, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, she trying to get gaped. She said, I'm comfortable at 6. I've had 7. It was manageable. I'm gonna say her tap out size is 8. Okay, that's realistic. But some of these chicks out here, they will say some crazy shit. Like, let me see one. Oh, okay. One chick said 8.5 through 9 with girth. Anything after that is just extra. But it's so funny. One chick kind of called the bluff on the fucking on the timeline. She said, "Do y'all really know how big a 13-inch dick is?"
Exactly.
I mean, for real, you measure with a ruler? My ex was legit 11 times 7. 11 by 7. Yeah, I measured. That shit was heavy and glorious.
Yeah,
She wants a
man.
ruler plus 1.
She said, I'm good with at least 7 to 8 inches. Must be big with girth. 6.5. My fingers are too thin. Okay.
Hey, girl.
Yeah. Man, some of these girls out here talking about
Yes, girl. We talking dick.
Oh my god.
what's the biggest size she's ever taken, huh? What's her tap out? Tell her what her tap out size
What's
is.
your tap out size, girl?
Oh man, so we're trying to figure out. This one girl said the highest she ever gone was 10 inches, about 3 to 4 inches of girth, and she haven't tapped out yet. God damn.
God damn.
She haven't tapped out. Jeez.
Got the Mr.
Oh my.
Yeah, some of them had the nerve to say they ain't have no limit or something like that. I'm
They-
like, Probably
No
'cause
limit.
Y'all ain't got nothing.
No limit, baby.
Yeah.
Either y'all got a hallway
Well,
or
I know you
ain't.
like pussy now, but didn't you? I want to say you had to have dick in the past, if I'm not mistaken.
She said
I could
this
be
one
tripping,
chick said
though.
she had 12 curved and almost died. So I'm gonna just keep it 6.
That sounds about
10
right.
inches and 12, 10 inches and 6 inches with girth. Hey, 3 to 4 inches of girth is probably like the perfect size for women.
Exactly. She
Yeah.
said, "Damn sure ain't putting 13 inches in my ass."
Whoa! In the ass?
Wait a
she
minute.
pushing.
Wait a minute.
Yo, y'all
Push
wild
it to
in
the
these streets. This one chick.
Said
This one
she
chick.
gotta have it in her ass too.
Damn.
All right.
You a freak,
Well,
freak.
Shit.
Freak girl. Yeah, that's you.
No, she likes pussy.
Oh, she likes vagina now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's her tap out size on the dildo?
Do you use a dildo? If so, what's your tap out size on that?
Drum roll, please.
This one girl. Another girl said,
Crack it
"I've
up.
had 10 to 12 inches and damn near took me out the game for real. I'll go 9 max, 8.5 decent with girth. It's my fave now." Some girls say anything over age is too much.
Now,
is.
now the man was like Soul Survivor Akon.
So Survivor Akon.
That's stupid.
Yeah, but yeah, that was pretty much it, man. That thread had me dying. I was like, yo, these girls out here are some champs, or they lying, or
They
anything
lying.
in between.
Y'all know about me. I don't like that. She said, "Shit, the last one was like 5.
The last one was
I'm
like 5?
little."
Oh, she little.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Justina.
Oh, Justina, what up, girl?
She said, "Tear my shit up." Yeah, she said the last one she had was 5. Now with me,
Okay, she's like, now with me.
yeah, anything over 8, like I'm cool with anything between 7 and 9 max. I've had more than that, and I always tell my little story where I climb I go in the fetal position and just start crying, like, oh, why am I doing this to myself? It's only one guy that I ever messed with that was, he had to been how many inches did I say he was?
I don't know. I wasn't there.
No.
Shit. Don't ask me.
Let me go ask him. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Let me go phone that nigga
Let
real
me go
quick.
ask him. Can you go whip out your dick real
Text him,
quick?
hey, how much was
Said
it?
that's like the size of your arm.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
It's like, just
Oh,
drop it.
man.
No, but that shit's too big. So yeah, I can only take it once in a blue moon. Even then, I don't even know why I do
Even
it.
on a drunk night?
I don't drink, so I wouldn't get drunk. And
On
and have
an
no
ed-
dick.
on an
Like,
edible?
on an edible. I'll be paranoid. Like, oh, what is going inside of me?
Oh my god.
Am I having a
What
baby?
is this?
Is it
Yeah.
coming
What is
after me?
this weapon? Oh my gosh.
Something's not right.
Yo, so I was thinking about that. You know, like in the dating market, I wonder if guys always wonder about that when they're, when they were single and they're seeing a girl, and you just think like, dude, what's the biggest size she ever taken, hubby?
Do y'all? Like, did that ever cross your guys' mind? Like, when first dealing with the girl?
Yeah. What the
Yeah.
That's a question y'all ask yourself?
In our mind.
In our
yeah.
mind.
Mine.
Yeah, because you like, yo, man, dude, like, man, she look good as fuck, but nigga, I know somebody must have hit that shit
Yeah.
before.
I know
One
she-
of the
Like,
questions.
someone had a record.
I knew she.
before.
One
I
of
know
the
she talked to
questions-
one of the basketball players.
Oh my god.
Like, I know
Hey,
she,
if she's bad, she had to fuck with somebody on a team somewhere.
Yeah.
Real shit. That's real
Team
shit.
somewhere?
On a team somewhere.
Somewhere. It could be a different high school. Shit.
yeah, different
High
high
school.
school. What the hell you
No. High school. let me be clear about that. When I was in high school,
high school?
No, listen. Okay, let me segue to Kels. But anyway,
Yeah, I was about to say.
No. So basically, when I was in high school, it's like, damn, she looked fine, but she probably fucking.
You probably get the
different
people
high-
motion sickness.
Oh, okay, sorry about that. I'm still carrying a camera though, but let me
gotta stay
let
there.
Let
me
him
All
clarify.
the
let
Yeah,
that
go ahead
myself.
and
When I was in high
clarify.
school, like, damn, she looked good.
Uh-huh.
While I was in high school, but
Yeah.
she might be fucking with somebody else That's from a different high school
or outside of
outside school.
A college dude.
Yeah, a college dude or something like that.
Maybe a nigga who's 25.
That's what I'm saying.
Old.
Not me. Not today.
Wow, she's 16.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I had to clear that
Gotta
up.
clear that shit up. No,
Cause
fuck
that's stupid, guys.
That's stupid.
Use your common sense.
God damn it. Made me seem like a pedophile. Oh my God.
It's like, damn, Kmart, I gotta check on my guy, man. Take your ass to
That
patients,
nigga
get
said
you
high
some lap
school.
dances or something.
To the few fellas that are
I
on
don't even like
here,
that.
do you guys ask yourself before messing with the chick, like,
Yo, what's the biggest
what's
she
the
ever
biggest
she
she ever took? And if you think that she bad, and you think that she's had more than what you
may have to offer.
what you may have to offer, does that like make you reconsider?
Intimidated? Yo, offer it.
Nah, don't make you reconsider. You gonna try to smash, but you gonna be thinking like, I'm pretty sure. Not pretty sure, but I may not.
I'm telling you right now,
the best guy for.
I'm telling you right now, I'll keep it 1,000, nigga. If a chick tell me like, yo, I took like 11, 12, like double-digit inches.
Yeah.
Hey, we're homies.
Yeah.
We're homies.
I'm shaking your hand. Like,
Yeah.
I got nothing to offer to you.
Yeah.
I'm extra cool.
I don't know, man.
I'm extra
don't know.
cool.
I just hit it at an angle or something until I get that spot.
Better do some different tricks.
Yeah, I know, but I know my ego and how my insecurities would work. I'll be like, nah.
I just
I'll
know.
be cool.
Yeah, that'll just let me know for sure.
I'll friend zone this fuck out of her. She's like, yeah, let's go somewhere. Like, yeah.
I'll tell you this though.
You gonna pay half.
I'll tell you
You
this
gonna pay half
though.
the,
Marco,
the
look.
lunch, nigga. I ain't
Stupid.
paying the whole thing, so I won't feel like I'm obligated to make you wanna have sex with me. Nah, bitch, I ain't trying to set you up for disappointment.
Okay,
Well,
wait,
shit.
question. So do you think if she fucked with something that was double digits, you can't give her the best shit?
I know they say sizes and everything, but how I operate, I'm just like, nah, I'm cool. Like if I don't know and I do it and I end up being her best and find out that she fuck with dudes bigger than me, then I'm like, okay, cool. But you know that intimidation factor.
Yep.
If you already know in forehand, like, yo, nigga, she fucked a nigga. Like, let's say she fucked a porn star before in her life. Let's say she fucked like,
Don't say Justin Slayer.
I would say Justin Slayer
Oh,
or
my
Lex
God.
Steele or fucking Mandingo or Rico Strong. She fucked with those type of niggas. You gonna be like, you know what? I'm cool, man. We're just gonna be homies.
So someone said, hell no, we don't think about the next man and worry about what special move to bust on her. So it'll
You're
increase
confident.
your chances on her texting you, hey, big head, at a later date. Special samurai moves and stuff like
Special
that.
samurai.
I like your
samurai
confidence.
moves. Hey, that's just you, bro. Shit.
That's you. Most motherfuckers ain't got that
It
type of
crossed my
confidence.
mind. And I ain't little. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Anyone else? No? That was cool.
I ain't with the shit.
You ain't with the shits.
Nah.
Oh, what now I'm saying? Oh, let me see. Let me check it out. What now I'm saying? He says, seek not sign. Oh. He's like, nope, hell no. I don't want to know the past.
Yeah, ignorance is bliss.
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss. Yeah, the niggas ain't asking her.
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
You know?
Justina said, agree, it ain't the size that matters, it's the motion of the ocean.
It's the motion. The wave.
You bringing some big waves. Good for you.
Oh man.
Nah, I totally believe that though.
Yeah.
I totally believe. Just from personally hitting angles and getting
Yeah.
that spot, I'm like, okay. I fuck the shit out of her. Even if a nigga was bigger than me, I don't give a shit. Knocking the bottom out her ass.
Yeah.
But remember we talked about that? You were like, would you still try it? I was like, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I'd still shoot my shot.
Yeah.
I'd still
So
throw my attempt in there.
So he said, y'all grown, been smashing since teenage years. Y'all got a special move. Don't lie. Haha.
You damn right.
You
You damn right I got a special move. Put an S at the end of that. I got a special move.
If
one don't work, I rotate
you got that Nintendo 64.
You got some special moves,
when you hit the analog stick and you about to bust your special move, you do the strong grab and hit the stick and you do the special move on her. You know what I mean?
The Kmart special.
The Kmart special.
The Kmart special.
What's the Kmart special, dog?
Yeah, what that be
What's
like?
the Kmart special?
No
Let them
See, look at
know.
that, making
What
a
you
black
do,
man
you
blush.
hitting
Look at
it,
him
you hitting
blushing.
it, and while she's coming, you pull out and hit her with the test your mic fingers. No. Test your mic.
Damn, y'all, but all your phones on me like paparazzi.
Yo,
Justina said, y'all gotta work with what you got. My fingers be 3.5 inches max, and I ain't had no problems. Damn, homie. She showing y'all up.
Justina playing that clip like a guitar.
like
2 Chainz.
Like Carlos Santana.
That's how you be like, Justina?
She be doing that shit to Wild Thoughts. Or the original one. East Coast. Maria.
Not East Coast. The clip.
She said, laughing my ass
Clip
off,
tits.
strumming they
Left
pains
side.
with my fingers.
Right.
That's what she said.
She said what with her fingers?
Strumming they pains with
Their
my fingers.
fingers. One time.
That's
One
stupid.
time.
Right
Oh,
side.
man.
Wait, what's your special move? She said, I can't stand y'all. What's your
What?
special? What's the Kmart special? The ladies want to know.
The ladies wanna know, what's
they
the
know you got
Kmart
that
special?
beatbox eating music.
Yep.
Now they want to know what
Yep.
the Kmart special
Yeah, ladies,
is.
they want that beatboxing music.
No, I'm good.
You
What you mean good? Hello?
What at the moves you about to tell us? You good at?
Nah.
The
No, it's,
cameras
just,
is on you.
it's so funny because I'm like thought about next to Kmart special. Like, why didn't I say Kmart? So it
Hello?
nothing. I'm kind
He's
of private about
blushing.
that. I'm blushing.
Yeah,
so.
we put him on
I
the
mean,
spot.
y'all put me on spot. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. This camera right here. This camera right here. This camera right
This
here.
camera on
Live.
me?
You're live.
I know.
Only
Is this
difference
camera on me?
Yeah.
I hate you.
Okay, someone said
Oh, you probably got it.
Yes.
someone
You're
said
dumb.
fire ass head will pass up fingers any day and you exert less energy.
What if you do both?
That's double energy.
You said double energy?
He's like, you do both.
You both.
Well, if you eat that box and then follow up with fingers that, never mind, I don't want to
Oh boy.
Fingers that what?
make you squirt.
Alert.
Oh.
Touch your mic, fingers. That wasn't no joke. Just by itself.
Dun, 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 dun.
She's doing that, and I'm fucking that shit up.
Get that shit up.
Take the fingers in there, get that spot too.
Yeah, you know.
Oh my god!
Sometimes you just gotta do that to your girl. You just gotta give her that bomb ass head. Knock her out just from some bomb ass head.
It's funny how you just said that. You pause for you like when you give her that bomb ass head.
Because
Smile on your
I
face.
pause because I know when she's gonna listen, she's gonna need a second to think about it. Because what I did earlier today. So,
Hello? Okay.
yeah, you know, gotta have the nutrients for the beard to grow properly. You know what I'm saying? So
Sir.
you're still on the spot though.
Nah, I got you, G. I got you, G. I got
Okay.
you.
What's the M Easy special?
Oh, okay.
Special
I was
delivery.
gonna back him up on his.
Oh,
you know,
okay. Oh, okay.
Just
I
listen,
thought you were gonna divert the attention.
just listen to that theme song. I'll give y'all an idea. But for me,
Stupid.
What's your special? You sure did, Justina?
I have.
He had more than one special move.
Yeah, he said moves.
I
He
have-
said
yeah.
with the S,
I have
it's
more than
He
plural.
got the
one.
moves like Jagger.
I just explained one where when I'm eating the box and using my hands, that's kind of my, I use that a lot too. Get her. That's that's one thing I can get her to bust a nut from.
Yeah.
With my dick, I mean,
He's like, oh, yeah, put it
like,
in, nigga.
dude, I like.
one stroke and she
It's
gone.
like-
Not joking.
I mean, I'm not trying to like sound like that, but it's like
Now talk your shit, nigga. Talk your shit, King.
it's like
Slanging the
depending on what
ding-a-ling.
the position is, depending on what kind of stroke I'm gonna give
Okay.
her. Look, she,
Oh, shit.
Like I like to hit it from the
Have my
side,
mic
man. Missionary's fun.
Wait, with who on top?
Shit,
Both.
both. But when I'm in control, that's when it really, shit gets popping
down.
like that. Yeah,
Shut down shop.
yeah, lights
Shut her
out.
down, open up.
That's probably like my strongest from missionary because I can do certain things, lift legs, move shit around.
Yeah.
Give you that space stroke where it's not extra close. Like you get that long stroke.
That space stroke.
Y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. I said space stroke because you got
you know
give
what
that
he's talking
separation.
about.
That
You kind of dig deep and shit.
Oh, that she looks down.
Yeah.
Like the one that she looks down while you're stroking her. She be like, oh my.
Stop what you're saying.
Because like I guess like it depends on the position. So when she's laying on her stomach,
Oh yeah,
you basically planking over her.
Yes.
Smack.
Justice Slayer status.
Someone said facts.
Justice Slayer status right there.
What's your special? Wait, were you finished with your special move?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give them all up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say everything, but yeah,
You know.
yeah, I like to find a certain
Someone
angle in
said
each position.
hashtag rib toucher.
Rib toucher.
Damn.
Well,
Damn.
y'all know me. I like to touch
Okay.
the heart. I like to touch your heart.
Feel the heartbeat. Feel the heartbeat.
I had a girl literally tell me that, like, damn, you in my fucking chest. I'm like, what?
Motherfucker back there. You good?
You good? The fuck you talking about?
In my chest.
What about you?
Man, I ain't got no special moves,
Boy.
man. I'm mediocre as fuck. They don't need
The
to know.
setup.
Someone said the shocker, the pretzel. Listen to her ankles.
Listen to her ankles.
Jaw snapping. Choke stroke.
Choke strokes.
Oh, Justina says so. You 13 inches.
Nope, I'm not even 13 inches. I'm not 13 inches. I'm not. But for some reason, I touch hearts.
You find a way.
Yeah.
You find a way.
Like I said, it's an angle sometimes. I
Yeah.
can get in there.
What's your special move?
My special move. Here you go, Kmart.
Oh damn, he gotta pass
He said,
it.
let me get this phone.
Let me break this down.
Hold my beer.
Like my special moves kind of similar to Emise's, like the missionary, you know what I'm saying? I like to pin the legs down.
Yeah.
So like the ass is
man.
up
See,
like that.
Okay.
And
look. See, I can't do that.
Wait, say it again. I'm trying. You know me. I'm
Say
a
it.
visual
Go ahead.
person.
I'll tell after.
Like if I'm on top and I pin the legs down,
Okay.
so it's kind of like she's doing a happy baby stretch, but I'm pinning her legs down. And I'm like plank on top.
Okay.
And I do that position.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes I just get the love and passionate strokes. I'm just on top of her. And, I'm just grabbing her by the head and look at her in her eyes and shit, suck on the titty while I'm stroking her, maybe choke her a little bit, and then from doggy style, she's arching real nice, I'm putting my hands right on the lower back and push it down so I get the arch a little bit better right there and just go ham,
Yep.
Those
So what I was gonna say was when I pin the legs, that's when the heart touching shit starts up and shit. I'm like, damn, I can't even like get it how I want to get it. It's like, oh, stop. Like, nigga, just got my grip and shit. Like,
So you're 13 inches.
no, 13 inches to do that shit, no hands while she fucking standing up or some shit. I don't know, like
13 inches would do that with no problem.
you don't gotta do no angles, nothing, no kind of deep stroke, nothing.
No, I mean he could do long distance fucking. Like he could just have a chick like on the side to him, like right here, and he just gets some strokes and he's like, yeah, whatever,
Someone said it's not about a special move.
It's not about a special move.
You feed off her energy. Every move can be different.
Oh yeah, definitely. You gotta, you read the body. How I read the body? The feet, bro. Especially missionary.
Oh.
And she's pointing. If the feet are pointing
and they rotating, kind of like,
yeah.
Oh my god, and the toes do all this shit.
If the feet are pointing, that shit gets me like, okay, we going somewhere. Or if I'm hitting the doggy style and she ain't like mangling the sheets or holding on for dear life or like grabbing the sheets like real hard, I'm like, okay, then yeah, she's struggling. Cool.
She's struggling. Cool.
Cool. The struggle. Yeah. Cool. I wanted that.
Hey, nigga might be struggling him damn self not trying to come early.
Yeah.
So we going through some struggles, both of us.
Nigga pull out and stop for a minute or try to like change the position and take a sweet time. That's the way of stalling. Let's change the position.
Or eat her out while he
go down
on her while she do that,
Just eat. Okay. So Justina said, "Look, ma, no hands." When you had said that earlier.
That's stupid.
And
that's 13 inches. That's look, ma, no hands.
what was the question? Well, originally we started off with a different question, but right now we're talking about what is your special move? And then that was for Matt. And then someone said, just eat her groceries right out the shower. You can't
eat her groceries right out the shower, huh?
Special moves. I wouldn't say mine is a special move, but it's something that, yeah, on some finish him type shit.
Oh shit. Okay, Jay.
You know, ladies, when you are laying on your stomach and he's hitting it from the back, but the girl's legs are closed and then the guy's a little bit more spread. Mm-hmm. And then, like, you know, you just hit him with the kegels, however you say it, and then it's that ass Nessa. Nah, I ain't even got no ass no more, girl. Look, not playing.
Man, we got quiet and shit.
I got quiet. I'm not saying anything about that. That's K-Mara holding the phone just in case someone just hopped on there.
But yeah, that's my favorite move. Like, if I want to speed up the process, which for the most part I do, because I don't have endurance. Sorry, look.
You ain't even doing nothing. You on your stomach.
No, that's my move. If I'm doing that, yeah, like if I want to finish it, that's my go-to.
It's like a
move.
fight. Like, hey man, put this nigga out in the fourth round. All right,
that's kind of a different.
Stop toying with him.
Okay,
get him out of here.
You gotta try it.
We gotta make this a short night. Ping.
To me, it's from Missionary. Mm-hmm. One of her legs is up over my shoulder, and I'm not necessarily choking her, but my hand is behind her neck, so I'm kind of having her head propped up.
Person. Mm-hmm.
And the other hand is like between where her leg and her, like kind of where her waist is. Mm-hmm. So if I can get like my balance right, I literally take that hand, grab her ass, and I'm just pulling her.
Yeah, that's the best. Like when you guys are assisting and you guys are grabbing like our shoulders or whatever the case may be.
Yeah, it really works off the end of the bed.
See, we know we hear.
Y'all here, y'all everywhere. Anything else, man? Before we go in on this nothing to safe segments, I think we're all warmed up. They could
literally
talking.
Warmed up.
You know. Is she still watching? Is that camera on me? Oh, nobody's there. It's empty. But yeah, man, we're gonna go ahead get it started with this warm.
Thanks for participating.
Yeah, y'all. On the live. Y'all catch the rest of the episode tomorrow because we talk about a lot more shit. Or if you guys want to stay tuned, go ahead. Either or. We better get this nothing to say segment popping.
Use pillows. Sorry, really quick. Someone saying, to be honest, if I want her to be a stalker, laugh aloud, I'm gonna do everything to her face. To face, kissing, licking the neck, behind the ears, low key. If you lick inside the elbow or the back of the legs.
Back of the legs, inside the elbow.
Like the little...
Yeah, the crevices and stuff like that. It's like, ooh, I've never been touched there before.
She said, my favorite subject. Oh, my gosh. Yes, that's fun. No, because, like, even if you're not directly, like, fellas... Even if you're not directly
dropping jewels
like
right
eating
here.
the box like right away, but you're just like teasing by like licking the crevices like on her thigh. What is it called? People say it's called a Thaz or something.
I think so, but yeah, that's kind of like one of my rituals before I start going in. I start from like
inner thighs,
like behind the leg where the knee is at, whatever.
Yeah, that's like a crazy sensation.
And I kind of go down her inner thigh. And
it was another thing too.
Play around.
Massage her labia. Massage the labia.
I know, I did too. Huh?
Massage her labia too. Oh man, I did that to my girl. That shit got her like.
Yeah, that makes you like hella
she was
wet.
Ready, boy. Yeah. She was primed and ready. She was like, "Look, nigga, nah, you just gonna have to stick it in."
Right.
Yeah.
She's like, right. fuck all this shit. Just stick it in. So
yeah, you don't even need to prep it. Like
massage the labia.
It's very intimate. Foreplay is becoming.
That's right, baby. Art. Inner thigh is life. My girl's on the chat.
Like I keep that.
Wait, foreplay, guys, have you guys ever got that lick like your guys' crevices? Someone said, bruh, if she licks you there, it's a wrap.
She licks you there in the crevices?
I'm assuming.
What, you
Is
like,
that what you mean?
You gonna wife her? He's like, fuck
He said
this.
it's a wrap.
I'm about to go to Ben Bridge right now.
In the crevices.
It's so important, fellas, to touch
Like a Mario?
like all over everywhere. Leave no inch untouched. Never eat the box right away. I'm an asshole. I'm gonna tease you to the point you can't take it. Is that called edging, right?
Yeah, edging.
And then
Edging female.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, just do something.
Just do something.
Just do something. Stick it in. Yeah, it's like there's just two types
Do
of
y'all like edging? No, go ahead.
it's two types of heads that for anyone, either you're gonna get the type of head that like keep going because I just want to nut from this, or stop because I want to fuck. Those are the two versions of good head, in my opinion.
Agreed. Shit.
Yeah, you're like, look, you're just gonna have to get off because I'm about to get this off.
Yes, it's called edging.
Yeah,
That's what it's called, Justina. She didn't know there was a term for it.
Yeah, edging. That's what it's called. But yeah.
Thank you guys for participating.
Thank you for participating.
Move on to another topic.
But yeah, if you guys want to still join in on it, it's fun. But I understand sex is always a fun, and educational type of topic, though. So you always try to incorporate that for you guys. Maybe you guys are taking notes. Maybe you're not. I don't know. But it's all good. All right. So nothing is safe. All right, man. Your boy doing a follow up on the saga that continues. Jussie Smollett, facing 16 felony counts that could max out to 64 years in prison. 67 years. Excuse me. 67 years in prison. Mm-hmm. Now, I understand the boy that cried wolf. I thought he was just going to be publicly shamed. They make fun of him and all that shit. But 67 years? I mean, I understand. Black people, like, this is kind of like, this is history in reverse. You know what I mean? Like, this, like, this nigga, allegedly falsified a hate crime. Now, how many times, I don't want to shift it to white people or Caucasians, but how many times have Caucasian people have called the cops, have, reported some, fallacious shit on black people all the time, and no jail time comes out of it. Like I said, I believe the brother should. I don't know he should do that amount of time. I'll say some shame, like, clown that nigga, like, you stupid nigga, like, that didn't work. Now he's already going through enough shame right now, but like, see, I have compassion. I don't know about evidently Chicago PD don't.
They don't.
And they about to get this brother 67 years. That is crazy. But on another note, I do just want to say, people say, when it comes to blackness, the black conscious community, they say, hey, if one ain't free, we all ain't free. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't matter, if you're, the straight, hetero world, or you're the LGBTQAI community. All in all, you're black.
Yep.
You're black. So this isn't a gay thing, how he's being treated. He's getting treated like a black man.
Exactly.
So, this whole division about black liberation between gays, straights, and whatever, and what have nots, put that shit to the side.
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
This is a black man who's facing some serious time because of some shit. But yeah, man, that was the update on Jussie Smollett if you haven't been following it. But man, let's get into the shits, man. Let's get into R. Kelly, man. Let's get into this R. Kelly shit, man. This is the talk of the town. A good portion of it. All right. So you guys seen the Gayle King interview, right? This is an 80-minute interview, but they gave us maybe a 10-minute clip
10
of
minutes,
it.
yeah.
So before we do a little breakdown of it, because I kind of enjoy doing breakdowns and pause it, what are you guys' thoughts, overall thoughts of this interview?
I don't know, man.
You don't know?
Cause like, you know, one thing I noticed is he's frustrated, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what Gail would say was kind of getting on my nerves, because she would be like, you know, but they have evidence. They have evidence. And I'm like, actually, there's no evidence. You know, just because they found a living space in the studio doesn't mean that's evidence. Everything has always been he say, she say, and it still is to this point. And she kept saying, like, you know, why are you she was saying, like, now I notice you're playing the victim now and stuff. He's like, I'm just telling the truth and all this stuff, right? I'm not no way defending R. Kelly, because he wasn't answering questions directly as well.
Oh, he was stepping in the name of love through the questions.
I feel like there's a little bit of both. I feel like there's a little bit of R. Kelly being guilty for certain things, and then there's a little bit of people taking advantage of the situation to come up off of it. And he's frustrated off of that. And, you know, I'm like, karma doesn't come in an equal situation, bro. Like,
yeah,
you can be mad at these people, but you got to take yourself, you know, accountability for yourself. So I'm watching this whole thing. I just wish Gail was sitting there from a like optimistic standpoint, to where she doesn't sound like she's on one side of it. And R. Kelly, man, a lot of people were like embarrassed, I guess, people that are fans of R. Kelly, of how he
handled it,
carried himself, and handled it. But I mean, I asked myself, like, M-Eazy, would you go off if you was frustrated about some shit like that? Me personally, it wouldn't be true. So yeah, I'd be hot just like that. But at the same time, some people can put on a show or be frustrated about one thing and try to make it that main focus. Like what I kind of see what he's doing. Yeah, I just don't like what's happening around it. Like when they did interviews with Gail after she did an interview, people were saying, were you scared for your life when he was swinging his arms and stuff? And she was like, no.
Nah, she kept her composure.
She was like, you know, the only thing I was worried about was him hitting me on accident. She's like, I didn't feel like he was coming at me like that kind of way, even though he was upset with her with something she said. And I'm like, see, I don't like that. You trying to make the black man look like a fucking monster as far as violent, you know, aside from the pedophilia stuff or getting at the young girls. I was like, I don't like them. Let's just put more on top of it. Let's make this bigger than what it is.
And I mean, who knows? I mean, that probably could have been the only outburst that he had throughout the whole 80-minute interview, or there's more to come.
We will see, because he told her he has stuff to put out.
Yeah,
to air people out. So I want to see this stuff. I'm looking for this smoke.
Well, it's supposed to be coming like this Friday or something like that. Or
yeah, something like that.
Like Friday morning or something like that.
What, from R. Kelly?
Yeah, the whole thing basically.
All right.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's all I got on that.
So we'll just go ahead and do a breakdown of this interview and just do a little play-by-play, because this is always fun for me.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. We'll start off. We'll take it from the top.
What are the lies that you're hearing that disturb you most?
Oh my God. All of them. Got little girls trapped in the basement, helicopters over my house, trying to rescue someone that doesn't need rescuing because they're not in my house, handcuffing people, starving people. I have a harem, a cult. I don't even really know what a cult is, but I know I don't have one.
Hold on, this nigga don't know what a cult is. This nigga don't know what a cult is. All right, well, but a cult is what got you bailed out of jail twice.
Yep.
Twice. The first one who bailed him out was a motherfucking owner of a daycare.
Wow.
An owner of a daycare raised money to get R. Kelly out of jail. I know some people will say only God can judge, but you a daycare. You own a daycare. You have kids coming into your place where parents pay you their hard-earned money to watch over their kids while they're at work. If I was a parent and I found out your ass
It's helping R. Kelly.
helped R. Kelly to get out of jail, not only I'm taking my child out of your daycare, I'm making sure that you don't ever daycare again. Period. But I digress.
Damn.
What was the other one?
Oh, the other one was the child support. And he wasn't getting out until that child support was paid. And that was $161K.
And somebody paid it.
And
Somebody paid it.
No, I know. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Who was the other one that paid?
I don't know. They haven't identified it. Or
My
not yet.
thing is the person that owns this daycare, they ain't really identified this person either. What's the history?
I didn't know
What's
about
the
that. I didn't
reason?
know about that part.
Why
about
was
the
this
daycare.
person so adamant about helping him get out? Like, did he do something for this person
Possibly.
to help them get their daycare or what? Like, it has to be something behind it. Can't just be a fan.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I'm a Kells fan. I live daycare. Hey, let me get him out.
No,
Yeah,
actually,
something's not right.
he looks at it as a breeding farm for his next prospects when they get old enough. It's a joke! Gosh, guys.
I don't know. You sounded pretty serious.
Yeah.
Taking my kid out of your daycare and you can never daycare ever again.
Hey,
You gonna need daycare.
Revoke your license.
broke your license. I'm just saying.
Done anything that you regret? Have you done anything wrong?
Lots of things wrong when it comes to women that I apologize. But I apologize in those relationships at the time I was in the relationships.
He always
Okay.
he looks to the left and he always puts his hands to the right.
I wonder who those relationships, who were in those relationships he was with.
Right.
Was it Aaliyah?
Was it old girl he gave mono?
I apologized. Could it be the girl he gave mono? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not alone.
Could it be?
This nigga telling on himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm talking about. When I said he wasn't giving straight, direct answers and stuff, like saying certain things like this, I'm like, okay, bro. Now we know you was on some fuck shit. It was why you so hot? Like,
Yeah. You apologize.
He was getting hot. That light was on and that Beijing was about to start dripping off his forehead.
Yeah, that nigga took off his tie.
I mean, you know, because like from the from like the direction of he has multiple people hand in his money, and he didn't know where his money was going. It wasn't paying his child support, so he had to go himself to Bank of America. And I'm thinking like, man, I'll be hot too, because. And then Gail was like, whose fault is that? He's like, it's mine. But at the same time, it's like, Gail, you have to think as a celebrity or a person that has a lot of money, they hire people to handle their money. This is like a given. Like,
Yeah.
it's not, she's saying it like, oh, well, you should have known better. Like, what? He decided to pick certain people that he trusted to handle his money, point blank. They didn't do him right. All right. Well, I feel like he has a right to be upset.
But what if he said that he didn't want that to be paid? Because granted, somebody is in charge of paying his stuff, but he's not going to be like, but he can be like, oh, don't pay this, pay that, or whatever the case may be. Not, to a certain T, but something like that. Like,
Yeah, that would be on him.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking of as a way of, because he was mad about that. He was like, dude, I came in on a helicopter. How did I not pay child support? I feel like whoever was handling his money and paying all his bills and stuff was probably telling him this is paid, but was probably pocketing it, or like setting him up.
Yeah, your job was sort of
Like
paid.
that could happen too on the other side of him being no, don't pay it, or somebody was like, oh, it's paid.
And for a man who don't know how to read or write, I mean,
Yeah.
he put his trust, way too many trust on people outside of his own control.
Yeah,
And that's why he's kind of in this predicament that he's in. Because anybody could cross him at any moment if he does something that pisses them off. All right.
Your former tour manager, numerous women who all claim that you abused them.
Yeah.
Were you saying everybody in that documentary was not telling the truth about you? Everybody?
If you really look at that documentary, which I'm sure you have,
I have.
everybody said something bad about me. Nobody said nothing good.
Of course, R. Kelly.
They was describing Lucifer. I'm not Lucifer. I'm a man. I make mistakes, but I'm not a devil. And by no means am I a monster.
I'm going to name the names. Andrea Kelly, your ex-wife.
Everybody
Kitty
has been calling
Jones,
Muncie.
Lisa Van Allen, Lisette Martinez, Jerronda Pace, Faith Rogers, Asante McGee. You're saying everything they said in that documentary about you is not true.
They are lying on me.
Well,
Why
okay,
would
so
he-
if you watched the interview, I don't know because you guys can't see it. When he said they're lying on me, he nods his head up and down as in yes, and then he's saying like something.
He's like doing opposite.
He's doing the opposite thing. His body language is saying like it's kind of like liar liar. When Jim Carrey was trying to say no, but he kept going like this. No. Yes, like moving his head side to side, saying yes. So I was picking up all that shit. I was like,
I mean, she just asked him, are they, you know, I don't know. Like, I felt like he was just saying yes, like yes, they're lying on me, or I don't know, but
yeah,
because to really like try to decipher somebody's movements.
No, body
it
language
doesn't
is
always
a giveaway, bro.
Yeah.
Body
it's a dead
language.
giveaway.
Nah,
No.
I personally disagree.
Okay, we gotta play LA Noir on PS4.
See,
we gotta
see
do that.
with that though, there's things that are given, but then there's other things people are kind of looking too much into. Where I'm like, if I was like, you know, accused of something and I'm going off and stuff, people think because I went off, I did it. Which makes no sense to me.
There's certain ways how people would prove their innocence. You know what I mean? Like some people can really like cry and break down because no one believes them that they didn't do it. And sometimes niggas have been guilty as hell and they will like show out pulling up that act like, nah, nigga, I ain't fuck that bitch. Fuck away from me. Even though he did. Even though he did, but you know, so like, yeah, it's a conflict. It's a thin line between a cover up and actually trying to convince people of your innocence.
Yeah, because then if you try to be calm, like, hey, I didn't do it,
they be like, oh, this nigga's too calm.
Yeah, but then people say that, and then like the evidence would look like you really did it. But if you didn't, and you still get locked up, or you still get whatever, and still get looked at, it's like, what the fuck? Like, there's nothing I can do or say anyway.
Right, it's gonna believe me, you don't.
Let's see if I can get to a good part right here. Let's see.
Buried alive. But I'm alive.
So I think the point you're making is, and correct me if I'm wrong, that you have never held anybody against their will.
I don't need to. Why would I?
Well,
How stupid would
never
it be
held
for R.
anybody.
Kelly, with all I've been through in my way, way past, to hold somebody, let alone 4, 5, 6, 50, you said. Why, how stupid would I be to do that?
I didn't say you
That's
hold it.
stupid, guys.
Is
this camera on me?
Yes.
See, he diverted his attention. See, he diverted his attention instead of from Gail, because Gail is kind of like, she's not giving him the look like, okay, I believe you. So he's like, fuck, let me look at that camera.
Well,
this
Gail,
camera on me.
Gail came in the interview not believing him.
Yeah.
So I mean, you know, sitting in front of somebody that don't believe you, you're gonna try to look for somebody else.
That's what you'll do.
Yeah.
Even though you're telling the truth, you won't like look in that person's eyes and let them know that you mean business.
Like, if that's the first thing I do and I know that she's already not fucking with me, I'm gonna go try to like, well, somebody gotta fucking believe me.
Right.
If
I know she not.
Because all it's gonna do is make me upset. Like, man, like you really that closed off.
You don't. Flip the table. See?
This camera on
I mean,
me.
it made sense what he was saying. At the same time, come on, nigga. Like,
Yeah. And then a lot of the time, like, it wasn't a simple yes or no. Like, it was like it was like a play on words. Like,
he was
when
Chi-Town stepping around these questions.
that's what I'm saying. Some questions he's not giving direct answers, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh, if you ain't do it, it'll just be direct answers.
Yeah.
Stupid. Use your common sense. Don't forget the blogs. Forget how you feel about me. Hate me if you want to. Love me if you want. But just use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me to, with my crazy past and what I've been through, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle.
Unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle.
Oh my God, I was cracking up. I was like, man,
Yo,
that is hilarious.
Wow.
Because it does sound stupid as fuck.
And like he said, the uncle reference. Usually it's the uncle's the fucking pedophile, man.
Yeah.
Damn, Kels. But that is funny though.
Swing and a miss, strike two.
That's a funny. At least they need some shoes down the street from their uncle.
Why you didn't say so?
Yeah, why do you say it like Bill Cosby? Why do you use his cadence like Bill Cosby?
Down the street.
Like he had some pudding pop before you did the interview?
You stupid.
Oh my gosh.
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing. I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this.
Oh, whoa.
I got out 30 years. I'm out.
Robert.
And she talking like Robert. Settle down.
You're killing me, man.
He pointed right at the camera.
It's not about music.
Did
I'm
he?
trying to have a relationship with my kids, and I can't do it.
I thought he was going to sing.
That's
Every
stupid.
I really thought he was going to sing.
You don't want to believe it.
At this point, we briefly pause the interview to give Kelly a moment. His publicist helped calm him down.
I think.
And
Look,
that
I have to say
Beijing was
something.
getting a little on his face. He had to powder him down. Like, calm
I have to
down.
say something.
Okay.
I'm a big conspiracy theorist.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
So like, when we had to take a break, blah, blah, blah. She's talking over something he's saying. I want to know what the fuck he was saying.
Yeah.
He was saying some shit.
He said something around the when he said we had to pause and he was still like "Arr." So
He
I don't
was
know.
saying some shit.
He was
that
saying some
direct.
shit, yeah.
Y'all did this and blah blah blah.
So maybe
We're gonna we had a break real quick.
So maybe in the full interview, maybe they'll show it in its
Hopefully
entirety,
they'll see it.
I don't
or they
know,
might
man.
just have some cuts and breaks just to make him look like even more like a monster.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They're probably gonna
And-
edit it and,
and
make it.
you know, people will say like, "Yo, like." The same thing was happening with Michael Jackson. You know, they're saying like, "Oh, these white
that
media,
fucking documentary, bro."
like these white media,
Oh,
outlets are assassinating black men. They're making black men more like monsters. And you have like the Harvey Weinsteins, you have the Woody Allens, the Roman Polanskis. They're out there just
where are their documentaries at?
there's no documentaries on them.
No.
So they're I understand like black men. I trust me. I see the fucking injustice. But we have to understand, we're black in this country. This fucking system was never meant for us to thrive. You know what I mean? So when I see a nigga getting drafted in the NFL or the NBA or making some money off of whatever success that he has, I am happy. I cannot be a hater whatsoever, knowing how America is. I'm not going to speak on another black man's, success, making it through a racist ass country like this.
Right.
So, but yeah, I understand. Like as a black community, we got to deal with our own. If we dealing with a nigga who in the family out there touching kids, we got to deal with that nigga. Period. Like, don't wait on the white media to come in because the white media gonna kill him. Even worse, we gotta fuck politics, fuck government. We gotta politic ourselves, and this is what happens. And then you guys start complaining like, nah, nigga, like, no, as black men, we should not be fucking creeps. Mm-hmm. We shouldn't. We should hold ourselves to a higher regard and higher standards. Mm-hmm. Just because I mean, what because you thought that a white man walking around molesting kids, you think the black man's gonna do it? It ain't gonna happen. And it sucks. And the white folks have to deal with Harvey Weinstein. I don't know how they're gonna deal with him, but they may not even deal with him because they know he's white. And they have sympathy.
The funny thing about it is they ain't even done nothing yet. I mean, there've been like
Harvey
reports.
Weinstein.
There've been reports and articles about
only
reports.
this happened was a hashtag, and that's fuck it.
Yeah, Harvey Weinstein he got money. He got.
I mean, because they didn't do nothing. I mean, they did like a lot of articles and reports and everything, but after that, you heard nothing.
I mean,
it's like, okay, he did it.
But like,
and
how they said, like, if R. Kelly would have touched a little white girl, he would have been done.
Yeah,
I mean, Kevin Spacey got caught up in that stuff, so
and he ain't working.
Yeah, he ain't working.
He ain't working, but he ain't in jail.
Taking off
where
that
he's
shit.
supposed to be.
Shit.
Right.
He ain't. So I did not see the Michael Jackson documentary.
I watched some of it. And
It was pissing
You watched
off.
some of it? It was
like,
already.
This is man. Even with Bill Cosby to R. Kelly to Mike, it's like everybody's choosing how to feel for each one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's being consistent from what I'm seeing. You know, since this Michael Jackson one came out, people are against it.
I heard.
But they're on R. Kelly's head when Michael and R. Kelly have the same.
I think it's for
the same.
I think it's for the simple fact that Mike is no longer with us to defend himself.
Okay,
so it's like
okay,
yeah.
The only good thing out of that is he don't got to go to jail and deal with this shit no more.
Right. He's
but the fact is they have similarities in their track record.
Yeah.
But everybody want to be like, oh, he ain't did that shit and that documentary is trash.
Yeah, I can see where you.
But y'all getting on R. Kelly's head.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying with the inconsistencies. How people will use the court system to exonerate people's allegations, exonerate themselves from whatever they've been accused of. So some people will use the logic saying, well, R. Kelly has been proven not guilty because the witness didn't testify. And on the same token, people will say, well, Michael Jackson's innocent because he's pleaded not guilty because the boy said it wasn't Mike. And then later on, he came back and said it was Mike, but I didn't want to say it was Mike because I loved him and I didn't want to see him get hurt or go to jail or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, so like the little boy lied. He committed perjury. He lied under oath. That's a no-no.
And he's sitting there all comfortable and shit on the fucking documentary.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, with his leg kicked up. Like it's like okay and all good.
And you know what kind of hurt me the most, but I wasn't surprised at the fact Oprah did the interview after the follow-up interview. I'm like, oh, Oprah, what?
Wow.
At Du Brute? You know what I mean? You know, and the black community is on Oprah's head right now. They're on her head. I ain't gonna lie. I even felt like, look, she owes Janet Jackson a fair one. No, but from what I heard, like out in these streets, if you talk bad about Mike, Janet Jackson will fuck you up.
Man, I remember
That's tight.
Rhythm Nation will come after Oprah Winfrey, nigga. Don't fuck
all
around.
Black with gloves on.
Hey, Marco, I remember. Did you heard the what podcast was it? They talk about if Janet Jackson way I come out not in like a low voice, but like she actually come out like that. Like we never seen her like that before, sporadic.
Janet Jackson, she
like
man.
she's not gonna. No, I don't think. But hear my brother.
Mean, some people say Oprah hasn't been black since she was in Color Purple. So,
damn,
I can see that. But yeah, like even with
and maybe Monique
even with
was
Bill
onto
Cosby, man.
Mm-hmm.
He went to court for that shit in the early 2000s. He settled out, but that doesn't.
That Me Too movement, man.
Yeah, that doesn't make you this monster that everybody made him to be. And all of a sudden he's in jail.
I'm
like, what the fuck? That don't make no sense.
The third time they got him, that's kind of crazy.
Man, it's crazy out here, man.
Shit.
I don't. It ain't safe for anyone out here. So
it ain't safe.
I'm just gonna. I'll just say this to say that. Say that to say this. Black men, let's not be creeps. And black men, let's not be liars about hate crimes. We've seen the consequences right before us. This is history in the making. So act accordingly.
Yeah, stop fucking up.
Yep.
No, stop giving people ammo to fucking shoot you down, stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Because even one more room will fuck you up. So
Y'all should learn, because if Kevin Hart can get caught up, he's the most positive guy, black guy, as of today.
Off of tweets.
Yeah.
Off of 10-year-old tweets.
Old tweets.
Not just that. A video of him smashing somebody else. As far as cheating.
Yeah.
Those cheating situations.
Yeah, that shit hurt.
Yeah.
It
like,
still
nigga,
hurt
you
to
put
this day.
yourself in that situation, bro. Stop fucking up.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard, man. I mean, I'm not saying I understand, but temptation's a motherfucker, dude. Like when you making money, you popping out in these streets, fucking pussy offers coming at you in your DMs on a fucking terrible night.
And I feel like that was one of those situations where it was like kind of a business fuck.
It's like a transaction.
Trying to get ahead of the,
It was like
trying to get ahead in life.
Oh.
I got it.
It was
He's probably fucking the boss to give him a movie.
Ooh, you got a bright future behind.
Yeah, I mean, and then you know what? Who else got hit? Warner Brothers executive Kevin Tsujihara. got hit with him and Brett Ratner, because him and Brett Ratner, you know, in Hollywood, Brett Ratner's known to be a creep in the Hollywood streets and shit too. So,
Oh boy.
yeah, Kevin Tsujihara, man, allegedly he's getting hit up with him. So I'm like, man, fuck him anyway, because he's the one who mandated the 2-hour requirement for Justice League. You fucked up that whole movie. So fuck Kevin Tsujihara.
That's karma, huh?
Yeah, motherfucker.
Oh my god.
It's a bitch.
Well, anyway, we'll go ahead get the Nessa service announcement rolling. Just let
Nessa,
me know
you
when
still
you're
with
ready.
us? What?
That don't sound like you want this.
She about to wake up. She had the energy. See, sex is her superpower, because it seems like when we talk about sex, she
Yeah.
She wide awake. She's wide awake.
She just zen the fuck out on us right now.
Stupid.
Like she's thinking about it.
or relationships. That's her other superpower. Relationships.
Should be up.
That's false.
Faults. All right. That's the service announcement coming right up.
Damn, son, where do you find this? This the Jig is Up podcast with Nessa's service announcement.
She played this at the speed dating event.
Hilarious.
Fuck was that?
I don't know. That's something.
You tell us.
Nigga, you put an extra special effect in that shit?
You be like you gotta be like Michael Jackson. You better talk to the man in the mirror.
Nah, y'all put some special effects on that shit.
Nah.
We did
You are the special effects. You are the special effects.
That's all you.
I know.
All right, Nessa, what's up? What's the word for the NSA?
What's up, y'all?
Hey, how you doing?
Sorry, I'm trying to wake up.
Wakey.
Today's NSA was inspired by Horrible Decisions podcast. So I was listening to the episode called Hookup Culture and Sexual, or sorry, whoa, I wrote it wrong. What the hell was I thinking when I wrote this? Hookup culture and casual sex, but it says sexual sex. Whoa.
Sexual sex.
Sexual sex.
That's the superpowers.
What
She
the
got that
hell?
sexual sex.
Sexual sex.
She's like Kanye. I'm a superhero.
You stupid.
Sexual
Super
sex.
Saiyan sex.
And
Whoa.
it featured Aisha Faines. I don't know how to
I think I
pronounce
listened to
her
that
last
episode.
name.
That was a good episode.
Yeah, it was actually a really good episode. There's a lot of things that I wanted to take, but I was actually in the shower while listening to this. And one of the things that stuck out to me was a statement that Aisha made, and she said, she has her own podcast as well, and it was called Inside the Pink. And it means exactly what you guys think it means.
Yeah, I know it does.
That's why I relaxed.
She couldn't explain it no other way to me. I don't care.
Loud and clear.
So there's a statement amongst a bunch of other statements she made, but there's a statement that really stood out to me. And she said, a lot of men don't learn how to date. They learn how to manipulate. She said they don't see women as human beings. They see women as objects for pleasure. They learn game, not romance, right? So I was like, this is interesting. I wanted to see what people think about this. It was open for everybody, but I more so wanted to see what the guys would think, obviously, because it was targeted to men. Mm-hmm. And so some of the stuff that I came across was someone said, that's deep. However, I know every man isn't the same, but the statement carries weight. Someone said, kind of true. I think it stems from not being able to fully express yourself as going male. I don't think he meant to put that, but whatever. You learn to fit the mold of the nice guy, or you break it with over the top bad boy image. I said, AKA fuckboy. And then somebody said, "Who hurt you, baby?" I said, like, and there was a couple people that thought that I put out that statement, and I was just like, damn, I didn't know I really needed to make disclaimers, but I guess sometimes I do, because there have been a few times where I'll go ahead and respond, or I'll put out these topics wanting to know people's thoughts, and they're thinking it's something personal to me, and I just really wanted to know what other people thought about this. Some of the stuff that was said, I'm just gonna go with what the men said. I'm gonna say some of the stuff that the women said, and then I want to get your guys' thoughts. Someone said only the ones that don't learn the first time. Someone said false narrative. Someone said it can go both ways. Women do it just as much. Someone said I agree, it goes both ways though. Someone said depends on what kind of men, because to each its own. Someone said generalizations cannot be placed on an entire group. If it said some men, then I have to agree with the statement. Someone said Najee. I had Najee laugh out loud. I led with honesty, asked her out, and go off her vibe. No manipulation. Easy responded. He said, "Yep," but of course I want you to elaborate later. Yep, it's what women teach us how to be. Put laughing but very serious. Damn. And then some of the women said, "I think females are better at manipulating." Someone said, "I think both male and female use manipulation as a way to get what they want. I got more." She also said, "What I do, I call Jedi mind tricks. It's a form of manipulation, but usually for their own good."
For their own good. Interesting.
Very interesting.
And hold on. Someone wanted to basically elaborate on hers as well. She said, "Look, bottom line, men and women are different species, just about. Women are naturally smart enough to manipulate. Men are still trying to figure out which shoe goes on which foot."
Oh my God. Oh, I don't know what shoe go on the other foot. Get out of here. Should have used a different statement for that.
And then someone said, "All men learn that in life. Generally, women before men play the same game with whomever you're dealing with." Nessa, again, someone thought it was about me. "Play the same game with whomever you're dealing with, Nessa. You're a pretty, sexy, smart, and bad motherfucker. Use that same energy and make these little N-words work for that goodness." And I'm like, what the fuck?
Emphasize the ness part?
No, but it was all capitals. Like he was like yelling at me. Oh, okay. And then I always say every time people write in caps, I'm like, "Why are you yelling at me?"
You assume it's yelling.
I'm not yelling at you. This is how I type.
Right.
So someone said, "It's the same thing. Nobody is completely open / vulnerable on their first date. They improve their skills over time like a salesperson trying to get a deal done. This isn't a man thing. It's a people thing. Charm, flirting, wardrobe, what you do on a date, etc." I don't know if he meant to put wardrobe. Oh, well, yeah. Never mind. That's right. Like basically how you dress. It's all a tool to get what that person wants. If you just quote unquote want to get to know someone, you can do that without dating. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
Well, Easy kicked it off. You had
one of the best comments.
Yeah, one of the best.
You said one of the best comments. Oh, so y'all agree?
Yeah.
I like the perspective. I wouldn't say I necessarily agree, but I just want to hear more about it.
Yes, please elaborate.
Well, as a young buck, I listen to women talk about how they want to be treated and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I tried to follow that theme of the nice guy, right? And it didn't come out to be the full truth. So when Nessa says fuck boy, I'm like, do you mean the guy that you're interested in? Because the nice guy, I'll say maybe 8 times out of 10 isn't the guy. that you're interested in because you need a guy that's edgy and fucking mysterious and all this other shit. So
I was just going based off of what he said. Because
Yeah,
he said
yeah,
you learn to
I
fit
know.
the mold.
I know.
break it over at the
I'm
top
just
bad boy
piggybacking off of you using that
Oh, okay.
phrase, not saying it to you directly, but so I also pay attention to things that women do. Like when you okay. So the whole thing with like doing the opposite of what they want us to do.
That's every day.
Yeah.
It's the opposite day every day with women.
There's a lot of things like they want us to do the opposite of, and they say like it's common sense. What? Common sense for me is more direct. Like you tell me what you want and you get what you're asking for. Not you want the opposite. Or if you ask me, "Are you fat?" and I say yes, you want me to manipulate you by, saying it in a more smooth way and all that. That's another way of manipulation.
You know what gets me? It's like when this is funny. When women say they ask you a question, they already know the answer to it, but they want to hear your answer. And then when you give them your honest answer, then they tell you how you should have answered them.
That's what I'm saying. That's like, exactly what I mean.
They were like, no, easy. You should have said, no, you're just fine no matter what. Gosh, you just never get it. I'm like,
okay.
They gave you a pop.
So basically, you gave me a practice test.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
I get it wrong. You tell me,
quiz.
and you tell me that I answered B, but the answer is C. So maybe next time when I retake the test, I just go with answer C. That's basically what y'all did to me.
So what I'm saying is, women. I don't disagree with the statement that women are the manipulators or better manipulators or whatever, because y'all teach us how to manipulate you guys. Basically educate us, pop quiz us and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a fun, like it's a pop quiz.
Coming from what I've dealt with and stuff, that seems to be the narrative, at least for me in my experience, because and you want to say common sense, but I'm plain and simple, upfront, direct. Not holding things or giving off no direct answers. Like I'm just straightforward. But when I come across women that say, no, I don't want you to tell me that, it's like, well, you asked. And then you give me your explanation how I should have did it. I'm like, are you teaching me how to be a certain way with like being indirect? Like, or are you teaching me how to basically not listen to you? Like, you're showing me how to do certain things that's not an actual direct way, or what you would say can use in common sense, because I don't agree with that. Like I know now it's common sense to do the opposite of what what you would say. Like if I'm going out with my boys and you got this sick look on your face, you telling me to go, you really telling me to stay. I get it. I understand. But
real niggas be like, you know what? I'll be back.
Yeah, it's like
you gonna play games? You want to play stupid games? You win stupid prizes. I'll be back.
Prizes?
No consolations, nigga. I'll see you when I can see you.
Like that's me. Like I still keep it direct sometimes. Like where it's like, if you're gonna give me that answer, I'm gonna give you a second chance to change it up. Are you sure? That's my question every time. Are you sure? Is that what you really want? Because I want you to say what you really want. I don't want you to tell me do the opposite. Nah, you gotta tell me what's up, because that's what that stems from, my statement where I say women taught men how to manipulate, especially with the whole like being a nice guy. I've had women tell me how to be in order to get the women I want. If that's not learning how to manipulate, I don't know what is. Like I can't bring up no specific stories, but I've had older women tell me, or even girls my age tell me how to be if I want to get the girl I want because of what she's looking for. I'm like, well, if she's not checking for me, I can't be somebody else. Because if I am, then I am manipulating the situation. So that's where my statement came from. not taking away from everybody else being just straight up manipulators themselves, but that's my understanding of it. I feel like women taught us that. You know, I'm not most women, some women,
Man,
not all women. There's some fine ass bookworms. I see y'all out there, some DJs.
Hey,
DJ.
Well, you know, I did that to show love to all DJs, but she knows. She knows what I'm talking about. What's up, babe? But yeah, like, you know, I know some stand up girls out there, stand up women.
Stand up women.
Let me be politically correct.
You know,
stand up women.
It was International Women's Day last weekend. You better stand the fuck up.
You better stand the fuck up.
You misogynistic ass pig. Nah, he ain't. No, Emmy's is not a misogynist.
Nah, not at all.
We just make some misogynist ass jokes.
Yeah, it's all fun.
It's all joke sensitive, folks.
Well, I mean, okay, so Nessa, with me saying all that, how do you feel about what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
Okay.
And I think that's why the majority of women that did respond said that, like, oh no, women are the manipulators, or they're better manipulators, because it's basically tying into what you're saying in that sense. Even though I'm sure that it was more so they're speaking from a woman's standpoint, but I think that also,
I think
it correlates, because that's what I'm saying. Like, they're, you know, because they're the ones to do it. We basically learn from them because we're trying to get y'all. You know, we want, you know. So
that's what I was going to piggyback off of, because women, y'all have the vagina. So men are in pursuit of the vagina, and, you know, they're going to just keep pursuing because it's like the carrot on the stick. They never had the vagina. They just want it. And if they get it and it's real good, now you got the nigga wrapped around your finger. You can have him do anything you want, but especially when women have the carrot on the stick type of thing, you know, like women have financial favors. They had dudes fix their cars. They had dudes do all kinds of shit without even giving it up. That's manipulation like a motherfucker. And you keep selling the possibility of sex, and women are very good at that. You know, like y'all the ones who have the sugar daddies and the people who buy you lunch, and the work husbands who make sure you're emotionally fine. Like, women have all kinds of roles for different men for different things. There's the emotional support, the financial support. There's the mechanic nigga who could fix my car. There's the handyman, you know, around the corner who could, you know, fix the pipe, you know, no pun intended, fix the pipes if the, you know, shits get clogged up, or who could fix the garbage disposal, all kinds of shit. And women,
I actually have another one to throw in there.
Oh, what's another one?
I call it reverse manipulation.
You
know how you start off as friends with benefits with a woman, and I guess the D was too good for her, so
see,
she make you feel bad.
That's the plot twist right there.
She makes you feel bad, like you were using her this whole time, but when you was direct with her straight up front, like, I just want to be the homie. If we smash, it's up to you. You leave it up to her, and then she turns around and makes you feel bad because
because you ain't trying to.
She wanted a relationship.
She want more.
Yeah.
And she make you, okay. I was about to say, now it could be in reverse, because I don't think women are that in pursuit of dick to be manipulated. You know, like, oh, I want to fuck him so bad, so I'm going to just show up everywhere he does or do things, all these favors. Like, no, they got to at least test drive the car before they, you know, they want to go out of their way for it. So once the dude lays the hammer down on her and she knows what it's like, you know, hey, I thought about you. I thought these some nice looking shoes. You know, I knew there was your size already, or, you know, you know what I'm saying?
Knew they were your size already, huh?
Oh my God.
You laughing, but it's true. You know, like they once they have the dick, then they're like, okay, let me. And that's when that's where the roles are reversed. The guy's like, okay, now you know you had the dick, and you want to come back for more. Now I could use it to advantage. Hey, you know, I'm kind of hungry.
Oh my
Can you
God.
bring some food? Oh yeah. What you want to eat? Boom. It starts off with that, ladies. It starts off with the food. Then it goes to clothes.
The food.
Then when it goes to clothes, it goes to motherfucking, like, let's say, events. concerts.
So Nam said any women stalker stories for the guys.
Nah, I don't have that type of devil dick. No, I never had a woman stalker story, so unfortunately, I don't have it.
Sir?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Or maybe they're maybe you know, maybe they're that good and I never noticed. You never know.
Right.
Because I swear to God, there's a burner account that keeps looking at all my Instagram posters. I swear there's a burner account.
Okay, wait.
That's where it starts.
So, okay. He said any stalkers, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they're doing a good job, I don't notice them.
Does it have to be to the extreme, or just like, could it be like a lightweight stalker that just keeps up with what I'm doing?
I'm sure it could be either or.
Because ain't nobody jumping out no bushes on me or nothing.
Like they're right across
or being
the
a
street.
Joe from you.
Right.
Yeah.
A female Joe.
You stupid. You're better than that, Beck.
So what, do you have a light one that's not too crazy? He said anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a few that follows. Yeah.
Like,
huh?
I'm thinking he wants to hear it.
This is like one or two that's like follow him on my social media stuff.
Did he leave comments?
Does she likes every posting that you put on her?
Not everyone, but most.
Oh, you know what? Let me tell you. Let me piggyback on this one. Like, chicks, y'all ain't slick. Like, when y'all, like, you know, especially when I notice, like, a girl, like, that's probably, like, she probably think I'm cute or whatever, and she double taps on certain pictures, it'd be like, let's say 4 solo pictures, and then that one couple picture with me and my girl.
Yeah.
I'm like, bitch, you ain't slick.
Oh, man.
You ain't slick.
Or they'll pull something that I would have done if I was single, like a picture that's not like that, nothing that you would think that would be attractive to them, like picture of like my keys or some shit. They'll like that instead of the picture of my actual facial shot or something. Like, I see what you did. And it'd be a random person,
an item or something like food.
Yeah, like something that has nothing to do with me
with you
per se, but it's on my profile.
Right.
Yeah. You see a whole roll of new likes, you're like, oh, this is problematic.
Yeah.
I got to report this to my girlfriend ASAP.
You put in just a quote or something like that, and they say, you like, okay, we got a problem.
Oh my God, it's so inspirational.
Right. Double tap.
Send you a DM, and you don't you don't follow her, so you have to see that you got to click that blue on the right hand saying request. You're like, okay, let's see what they're talking about. Yeah, and I do feel weird to this day. Like, I know that I host a podcast. Sometimes I get random DMs, from people that I don't follow, and then when it's a woman, I feel fun. I'm like, hi. You know what I mean? Like, hi.
How you doing?
Cool.
Hi, how you doing? Hi.
Subscribe to my podcast. Thank you. Bye. That's it.
Nam said 22,646 weeks ago pics.
Oh, yeah. They'll dig. They'll crate dig.
Yeah.
They'll crate
Definitely.
dig.
Oh, they'll like something from like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
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 Or your first picture on your IG. Your very first post.
Do you have any stalkers?
Yeah, the jig is up with all that.
That's like got stalkers, period.
I ain't got no stalkers.
She just don't know.
It.
She just don't know of them.
Stop it.
She lying.
Wait, first of all, go answer the question from earlier first.
What was the question?
What were your thoughts? What are your thoughts, Kenlin?
About what I said about my comment of women teach.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, everybody's to each their own, but like I said, like they pretty much ask you a question and stuff, and then like it's like, okay, I don't want to be this person that you want me to be, but it's like I don't, because like I'm always a good guy and stuff like that. I'm not going to change to a bad boy person, because that's not me. It's like that's pretty much what you want. And I mean, yes, I'm trying to pursue you and stuff like that, but my thing is this: is like if you're just not feeling me, I'm just not going to do it. And every person is trying to manipulate each person, from reverse manipulation, like what you said, and then and from what you said as well. It's I don't even have time to games and stuff, but I try to I learn from it. Like I learned too as well, because I talk to a lot of women and stuff, and say, oh, this how you do that and all that stuff. So
did they give you the ins and outs?
They give you the ammo for it,
or they give you the clips. No, like, no, can I just be a sweet guy? all the time.
Setup.
That's a bullshit.
That's set up.
That's the
Setup
ultimate
is a
setup.
motherfucker, man.
That's a setup.
I think
It-
in layman's terms, as far as manipulation, I call it. Well, we all call it game.
game.
And
Yeah.
the whole saying is, a woman taught a man game. So that's I was like, well, yeah, that makes sense.
It's so funny. It's like, oh, when girls like, oh, girl, he got game, but they get mad and they say, oh, you playing games.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I was like, which one is it?
Well, yeah. What do you prefer?
Are we playing games? Are you glad that you got a guy with game?
Game.
Like, what is it?
And that's what she said. She said that men are taught games over romance.
Yeah, that's true. I'm probably like one of the least romantic motherfuckers out there. I ain't gonna lie, and I need to work on that. I honestly do. I'm not gonna put on Front Street like, yeah, I'm the most romantic. Like, no, I need to learn how to do it. I probably got to watch them like some rom-coms or like maybe a Korean soap opera or some
Korean
shit
soap opera. I'm
Some
some real
to learn
shit.
about
All my
romance.
like not all of it, but
Marker, you're
but
done.
a lot of my romance stuff, I just pull from movies and shit, man. Just
Yeah,
it's just a lot of
maybe watch
inspiration from that
Love
stuff.
Jones again.
Yeah, like
Take some notes.
yeah, you can kind of take it and remix it in your way that
Yeah.
that
Watch Jason's lyric.
that's some drama shit.
Yeah.
No, on the boat and shit.
Hey,
In the
if
bayou.
you can pull that off, that's dope.
Hey, God
that's
bless
game.
you. That's
Under a
what's up.
tree.
I love that shit.
Yeah. It'd be itchy though. Fuck that.
You stupid.
Butt naked.
That grass.
Yeah, that grass look itchy. I was
Yeah.
scratching my back when watching that love
You
scene.
can take a shower, eat immediately.
You know, I've always thought of funny shit that happened in that grass, like some bees or something. One of them get up and start running butt naked across the field.
He's like, cut. Jada's like, ugh, motherfucking grass is on me and shit.
Man, Jada's nice in that movie.
Yeah,
man.
Jada's
Yes.
nice till this day.
Still dang.
to this day.
Still look good.
To this day. All right, man. Anything else, man? Because I want to probably move it along.
I got a question for Nessa as far as those comments. Which, other than mine, which one stood out for you?
Good question.
Which one stood out for me?
Mm-hmm. Like that you kind of agree with.
I really like David's response. He was one of the last ones that I read. Basically how he broke everything down that, you kind of basically have to fill him out. You do all this extra stuff in the beginning to get what you want, and then you kind of like, go off of that.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like, just growing up, like
Part of learning.
most guys, especially like older guys, when, talking to the younger ones and they know that they're over here, about to start dating, they give them like tips like, oh, do this, do that. I mean, you have some people that like, oh, get you a good one and blah, blah, blah. But then at the same time, you get those that are like, you're young, oh man, there's all these bitches, like, oh, all these hoes, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Take advantage, man.
yeah.
I had a friend when I was it was right before I turned 21. I was dating this girl. She was a hooper, like Nessa. But I had just got out of a long relationship and I didn't want to be in another one, so I was gonna like let her go. And I had a family member tell me like, nah, man, keep her, but do your thing outside. I was like, fuck no. After this shit just went down, no, nigga. The fuck? I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. I'm gonna keep it straight, narrow, and honest, and all that shit. Like, I'm good.
But I feel that's where I feel like the manipulation comes. Like, the old heads try to give y'all, like, teach y'all, how to play games because, for the most part, that's what it is nowadays. And, just even with my own situation, that was going on. At the end of the day, my girl's like, play the game or get played, and I'm just like, but I don't like playing games. Like,
Yeah, like you just gotta find somebody that's on the same.
You gotta find someone
Yeah.
who's
Shit
on that
as
level,
you,
who's
'cause-
like shooting straight, who's a straight shooter, who's like,
a lot of hurt
this is what
people.
I want. This is, all that stuff. Because I know confused, hurt, broken men aren't usually the best type of men
Agreed.
to mold.
Yeah,
You gotta let that man
will,
heal. Like,
yeah,
fully.
women that are confused and hurt and
Ring the alarm.
yeah, some women will hurt guys that are on the straight and narrow and send them off on some fuckboy shit. Just from what they've done.
Yeah, and the thing is, the crazy thing about it is like they're doing it without malice. You know, it's nothing. It's no malicious intent behind it. It's just the fact that they're doing it and not realizing like they're hurting someone because it's like, oh, I thought this was the norm. I thought this is what people do. You know?
Exactly. That was another topic that I wanted to talk about on another time because I feel like that's a really deep topic.
Ooh,
well,
so I'm
let's
gonna
do
save
it
that
next time.
But Nam, no, I do not have stalkers. He said Nessa got stalkers.
No, hold on. Point the camera to me.
Is this camera on
no.
here?
She does. she just doesn't know it.
I just don't know it. What?
You don't know it. If your answer is no.
If your answer is no, they're doing a good job.
Yeah.
Of being stealthy.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're either hiding in plain sight or you ain't never met these motherfuckers.
Right.
Someone said
He's like, yes.
Someone said if you have to manipulate people, that's a serious issue. Broken people hurt broken people. What we need is
I was
healing.
about to say that.
But that's hard for most. Emotional pain can be just as bad as physical pain, if not more. And then Nam says she got silent stalkers.
Yeah.
Facts.
Stealthy.
I have
Facts.
I have a few people, but one in particular that I think I posted it before. I don't know if I posted it again, but women, like, we all got that one guy that's talking to himself in your DMs. And he's been like, I don't know how many years, like literally, like I can even pull it up because he just hit me up the other day.
Echoes in that motherfucker.
And he's here in San Diego. But yeah.
His DMs,
I wouldn't call it.
His DMs be sound like this. Hello? Oh, it's just me by myself again. Shit. Maybe I'll come back in 3 months.
Come back in 3 months.
Maybe she changed her attitude.
Oh my god.
All right.
Bye.
I'll be back. Bye.
And I wouldn't say it's stalker, but I've had somebody who actually I went out with y'all, being the fifth wheel as normal, and we was
normal.
in North
like
Park.
She don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Like if she don't like go on Facebook or Instagram like, hey, I'm hanging out with 2 other couples who would like to accompany me, and you think it's gonna be crickets? The fuck out of here.
Anyway,
because I'm telling the truth.
We was out and about.
I'm trying to have her R. Kelly mode. I'm trying to have her Nessa come out and say, y'all killing me with this shit.
I'm fighting for my life.
Nah. Nah. Don't fight, baby. leave it be. Nah, so we was out and about, and then somewhere in North Park. The next day I get a DM, and he was like, hey, I saw you last night. And I'm like, okay, why didn't you say hi? Mind you, I don't know him. We never really spoke, but apparently on social media we follow each other. And I was like, well, why didn't you say hi? And he was like, I don't know, because it's kind of weird, like, to go to somebody like, hey, aren't you Blasia mommy? And I was like, I get that but so I get it, you know what I mean? But it's like, don't like hide behind the keys and be like, oh, by the way, like, and that's why I said, okay, how he should have approached it. And fellas or ladies, if you want to approach somebody without being weird,
without being a weirdo, like homie,
weird, you go up to the person and you're like, hey, what's up, blah blah blah, and just kind of chop it up, like small talk, and then you could bring it up like, oh, I think you look familiar, I think we might follow, you know what I mean, like slip
you
that
look
in
familiar.
like slip that in. How's that manipulation?
Nigga trying to,
it's not being straightforward. It's like you playing it off like,
it's like, hey, how
I
you
feel like
doing?
I've seen you before.
You look familiar.
Right.
No, damn. Yeah, like you seen them all social media. You double tagged all the pictures. Like, nigga, come on, man. Don't act like, oh, like, oh, yeah, I've seen you.
Not disagreeing with you, though, with
I
that
mean,
angle.
it's a way to start the conversation. Or he could have just said, hey, I followed you on social media. I just want to say that you're beautiful.
But some people get
like
freaked out about that, especially of the opposite sex. If it's a male talking to a woman, I think if it's
unless
other way
he was
around,
smooth and she liked the nigga, like,
or they could go to a speed dating event.
Hey, I noticed you
and get that out.
I actually follow you on the internet, blah blah, and thought you were an interesting person. I wanted to introduce myself to you right now,
and then walk away. Then walk away. Yeah, then walk away, because then you don't see him as creepy, because you're just doing your own thing. You just put her on notice like, hey, I've seen you before. I think you're attractive. I'm going to go ahead and do my own thing. 9 out of 10 times it's going to have her thinking like, should I continue on with this or just take the compliment and leave?
Yeah, I feel like most cases it might help to speak on the what the apparent thing is, like saying like, okay, yeah, I don't want to, like saying, letting her know I don't want to be on no weird stuff, so I'm just going to introduce myself.
Yeah,
like letting her know that it kind of helps. Like, okay, so he ain't no weirdo like that because he knows it's weird.
Yeah.
Someone said, wow, what the fuck? Laugh aloud. That's what happens when you get Insta famous. Laugh aloud, shaking my head. First of all, I am not Insta famous.
Shit.
I'm not Insta
How many?
Don't be fooled.
How many followers you got?
Right.
A little over 2,000.
To what?
Yeah.
Look, she saw she looked at me like it was 2,000 is not regular.
That
it's not
is.
a regular amount of following.
It is regular.
You know how many I got? It ain't
How many
2,000. It ain't even 1,000. Nah,
how often
I
do you
I probably got a good 600 people following me.
Yeah, but like, how often do you post?
I don't.
Exactly. So that makes
don't post
sense,
often.
right? I post
But
damn
no.
near every day.
Hold up. I got those 600.
I got less followers than all y'all niggas.
I just want to say I
Least
got those
popular
followers
niggas.
by posting regular.
What you get, Marco?
I'm just trying to hit it 400.
400.
I'm trying to at least hit 400. But you know.
Yeah, but
the thing is, I don't post as
What's
much
up,
either.
Zay?
You know, I don't post as much on social media either. You know, I would try to promote and like how I want to present myself on social media. I'm still trying to figure that out as well, because you know how social media algorithms work. You know, like I ain't gonna lie, like I get good responses when I take a couple of pictures. You know, I just don't take them that often.
Yeah,
I don't post nothing.
But I got my 600 from posting on the regular. Thank you.
On the regular.
I didn't get no 2,000 though.
Yeah, but
You're a girl and she's a girl. She probably do squat videos and then like put
course.
and mad hashtags.
And she posts her birthday photo.
as of the last 3 years.
After the last 3
not
years,
like-
I ain't gonna lie, man. I've done birthday selfies.
You get 2,000 followers in 3 years. Yeah.
I did birthday selfies for like. That's kind of like sounds pause worthy, but yeah, I always take a birthday selfie like.
Because I see you in a
31.
Batman underwear that she has holding balloons that say 30. And you got the top on too.
Yeah.
No.
You know how many likes? You know how many likes that got?
Nah, B. That's all Nessa right there.
Why Nom said, I deleted my thirst trap the other day. Had no likes. Laugh out loud.
Oh. But aren't you in a relationship though? Why are you looking for validation from other women?
Ooh.
No, I understand. You trying to see if you still got it. I feel you, dog. Trying to see if you still got it. Just in case your girl start tripping. Like, girl, I still got options.
Shit.
Sometimes it depends on what time you did, on what platform you posting on. Because, you know, it depends. Because if it was like,
I ain't posted in like 2 years.
oh my God.
Yeah, that's me. I don't post normally like 20 posts. But I at least got like 500 followers, so at least something.
See, like I said, I'm the least popular here.
I mean, I got some pictures.
How many followers you got, Marco?
399,
3? Oh, 400.
close to 400.
How many you got,
You're
Kelly?
not that far from me. Like, what, 600?
You got 600?
Yeah.
Well, you with me then. But I'm pretty sure you know all 600 of those people, though.
That's true.
Because the 600 I got ain't everybody here.
Yeah.
There's some people that I don't know.
It is true.
He said, laugh aloud. It was a new fresh cut, but it was neck up.
It was neck up. He was really trying to get them hoes. Did you hit him with the thinking pose like you like this? You was hitting him with the thinking pose
The
like
thinker
this?
pose.
Or you're thinking like the philosopher pose? You just like
Nah.
Yeah, just
off
look
the
away.
camera, look away.
Look away in the
Or
skies.
you look intensely into the camera like, yeah, bitch, I'm looking at you. I don't know. Are you doing the light skin to squint eyes because you're Asians? You like do the lip bite,
The lip bite.
bite the bottom of the lip,
Get some extra
squint
likes
the
with
eyes.
that.
You know what I mean? Oh man.
Oh, this gonna get extra likes.
That's
Like
big.
the light skin squint eyes is like the male duck face or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said yes.
Yeah.
Yes
Especially-
to all.
or the light skin licking the lips, so you don't like, so you look like a chihuahua, like.
That's true. Chihuahua.
And, but some girls be like, ooh, that's so sexy. I'm like,
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
man, I guess so.
Yo quiero por noche.
Yeah, you like te quiero por noche, mamacita. Yeah, sí, yeah. Pero yo te quiero. Me llamaría Marco. Sí.
Hello?
He's introducing himself.
Hey,
I'm
Marco V.
Un pregunta for de la noche.
Oh my gosh.
Sí, no, I'm acting like
De
I'm Afro
M.
Latino. No, but
You said something about a question for the night.
no. I got a DM for the night. If you guys wanna.
You said question. You said pregunta.
I
That's
know.
not DM.
I know what I said, Nessa. I'm trying to sound
you
like
said
I was
no
bilingual.
when I said it.
I know what I said.
I know what I said.
But
I
have a
said
DM.
what I
Said
said.
no.
But I have a DM and from a listener. And
going down
yeah.
in the DM.
It could be a new segment called Down in the DM. So if they send us a long story, we might have a quick little conversation and I will share it with the listeners. The identity of this person is confidential because I explained that to that person. And you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ready.
So when I was doing the questions on Instagram, you know, one person wanted the vibes, what we vibing with on a weekly basis. So, you know, serve the people. That's what we did. And then one person wanted us to talk about pregnancy. So when I answered the question, I was trying to get more details about it. And the person replied, who happens to be a woman. She replied to us and, you know, this is how it started. It states, I'm pregnant, and because I don't want to be with the father, he says I need to terminate. We both knew the risk during the time of the intimate moment. I do not believe in abortions, nor will I ever terminate. Is it unfair? So, you know, since I was representing the chat, I replied, whoa! What I'm
I was gonna say that's it.
Exclamation point.
yeah, you know,
And that's it.
no. Would I be able to share this on the show and keep your identity confidential? She said,
Okay,
yes, you
Joey.
can. So I had
Okay.
the permission right there. Bro James.
Oh my god.
You already knew that.
So she replied, she said, so basically we're talking pretty serious at one point. After we had sex, he totally changed. So I let him go. But weeks later on, I found out I'm preggo. I gave him the choice to be a part of this process. He basically said, we aren't together, so I have to terminate. After I told him I wouldn't, he would pretend like this never happened and just act like he was a donor. Then started disrespecting me on some fucked up words. After telling him to please stop several times, I ended up blocking him for a week. And then, you know, she came out and said he's not a terrible person.
Yes,
We just operate differently. Even if I told him that he's used to being catered and running the show. I don't like being told what to do. As a Filipino woman, we are raised to cater our men, but with my personality, that only happens when I'm not being told what to do, especially if I were already going to do it. I don't like being controlled or living like a pushover. I was raised with the Filipino morals and values, and growing up in America has made me a bit more independent than a typical Filipinos, I suppose. Anyways, I want to hear others' opinions who I don't know.
Question.
Was
they raw dogging it? Do you know?
Oh, they had to. They were raw dogging.
Well, no, because the condom could have broke. So
Yeah.
I immediately, I
Which
thought
would
the
happen
first
to me.
thing, but I
Yeah.
had asked,
No,
you know, I had to ask.
Mhm.
And
Like
with
an
that
anything.
being said, yeah, he ain't shit.
He ain't shit.
He's not-
He ain't shit because It's not fair.
And I asked what kind of black, like, what was his ethnicity?
What kind
She
of
said,
black?
What kind of black? Was he dark
What
or
kind
light?
of black man was
Right?
it?
Was he dark or light?
Was he dark?
She said he was dark.
Of course. So it's not fair. It's not
Paint a
fair
visual.
when two people consensually have sex with no protection.
Right.
Granted, you guys obviously made it clear that you guys are not together, but you both made that. You guys both decided to not use protection. So, what are the chances? What are the odds of getting pregnant? It happens. But when that happens, it's not fair to be like, okay, we're not together, so terminate it. Especially if you are not, you're against abortion. You know, it's not fair. It's not fair to tell somebody
and that's
that.
synonymous in Filipino cultures because most Filipinos are Catholic. Is that correct?
Yes.
They believe in abortions. So
Right.
that's another thing to take in consideration. And
So it's and then you know it goes to both, you know, it goes on both ends because at the same time y'all know you guys weren't together and y'all still did it anyway. I don't know what type of conversation was had, but maybe he let it be known that, you know, I don't want to be with you or this is just a fuck. I don't know what type of conversation was had, but knowing that you guys weren't together or didn't have plans of being together, whatever the case may be, and you guys still did it, you put yourself at risk.
but the thing is, like in the conversations as well in the DMs, that that was just the premise of it, and in the conversation it got a little deeper because I asked her, were you know, he said to her that they make a great match. And he was ready to move in with her. So like he's kind of so I don't know if it was a manipulator or mixed signals as fuck, either or manipulating.
Yes,
Because
manipulating.
yeah,
because especially if she was like digging him like that, like you're gonna listen to what you want to hear, like and she like ignored all the red flags. Basically.
Yeah, because he changed up after they had sex. So.
Right.
yeah, he
Yeah.
changed.
Right when
everything.
you
He
find
got
out,
it.
oh, you're pregnant, it's like, oh, then we change.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't. Well, he didn't know.
And another thing to
that she's
consider that
pregnant
she is
until later.
Another thing to consider, she's 35 years old. So
How old is he? Did she say?
I don't know how old the gentleman is, but I understand because I'm concerned about her health now.
Yeah.
You know, being 35 and pregnant is considered, you know,
At risk.
high risk pregnancy. And you know, right now she's just, you know, laying low on social media and just not putting her business out there in public like that.
Yeah. So, Nam had asked, would she still want child support if he doesn't want to be involved or the child?
She doesn't want his money.
She doesn't.
She would like. She said co-parenting is an option.
He said it might still be early. People say things rushed when they're angry or panicked. Things may change as the trimester changes.
Yeah.
His views on them may change and he may step up.
And she has a child. She has a boy already, and he has a child already. He has an 11-year-old child. So, but they both have children already. So
it's like
it would be like a blended family if things were to go on. And you know, I shared this with my girlfriend, and she even told me like men have a tendency to change their tune once they see the baby come out.
Yeah.
They fall in love with the baby when they see it, not when it's in the stomach. Or they get excited when they see the belly growing bigger, like, yo, like, this is my kid, you know. So, yeah, the tune might change, and I hope, I hope that it works out because it could get ugly in a heartbeat in this situation, you know, from all aspects, you know. And at the end, I wish her a healthy baby, healthy, successful pregnancy to get through it, and hopefully that he will want to be involved in the child's life, you know.
Yeah, handle your responsibilities.
Yeah,
you gotta do it, man. You was a part. You were there making it.
Yep.
It takes
yeah.
two.
It takes two people to make a baby. You know, I'm glad that she made it an option for him to be involved or not. But where it messed up, where it got like tricky, or is when he decided to, because she said that it's to the point where she had to block him because he was being very disrespectful, because she didn't want to conform to what he wanted, when at the end of the day it's her body, and again they both consensually had sex. Like that's the part that I'm,
and as men, like, you gotta, if you want to consider it now, you gotta take that L. You didn't pull out the driveway fast enough.
Man.
Deal with the consequences.
Exactly. It's all about the consequences.
Y'all know what they're getting into, so
I mean, they're y'all grown.
What are your thoughts? I see a lot of movement over here.
Well, being a person that was in that situation before the condom broke, I was wearing condoms. Fuck out of here. My stroke was just too strong for the condom. That's all. When I had a situation like that, for me, it was her choice. Because I personally don't feel right telling somebody or saying, like, because I don't want to have the kid, you should abort it. I'm not against, I'm not with abortion like that. So, but at the same time, I understand that people fuck up and abortion is an option for people. So for him to feel, it's one thing if he felt like he didn't want to have the kid, but where he fucked up was trying to tell her to abort it.
Yes.
Because I understand, the feeling like, oh shit, I can't have a kid right now, blah blah blah,
right,
and all that.
Your
like,
status,
like
and
you
stuff
can
like
you can
that.
let her know that, but you can't be like, oh, you gotta abort it.
Oh, you gotta do it now.
Because when I had my situation, I told her that I didn't feel like we would work like that, so I'd rather co-parent, and whatever decision she would make, she cut me off. She said she's getting rid of it. I mean, at the same time, I was kind of like, well, shit. That feels kind of fucked up. What if I wanted a kid?
Right.
And you gonna get rid of it?
But at the same
Like, what was the other way around? Like, what the fuck?
But at the same time, she's carrying the child.
Yeah.
So she felt like, well, the nigga ain't gonna be with me. Why would I carry his child? But man, I mean, it's a lot of emotional ties. A lot of emotional ties to it. Like, how would you feel? I mean, I know it's fucked up, but how would you feel if you know someone who's close and near dear to you that's going through a pregnancy alone? Their mood swings, the weight gain, the hormones, and they dealing that by themselves.
Sucks.
Yes, as far as a significant other.
Yeah.
Well, sure.
Yeah, you got. I mean,
Yeah,
at
family,
least show up,
friends.
be a part of the process.
Right.
Go
I
to
would-
one of those breathing classes together or something.
Lamaze. What's
I was
called?
gonna say-
Lamaze class.
Lamaze.
Lamaze
Something
class,
like
yeah,
that.
something like
Lamaze,
that, yeah.
Lamaze.
I'm not that grown yet, but
Yeah, I was gonna
Sound
say
like
there definitely would be friends and family that would pick up that
yeah.
load that the other guys fucking up.
She even asked me, should she put
By showing up
him
to those
as
classes.
the father in the birth certificate?
What did you say?
I don't know. I don't think I answered that, but I'm just like, well, yeah, shit. The nigga nuttier than you. That's the biological father. Why not?
Yeah. When it comes to the papers, I guess you got to keep it factual.
Yeah.
You don't want to have the
Because you
unknown
don't-
and shit.
because you don't wanna have
what
the
if the kid
kid-
grow up and he want to know who
Who
his
his
dad
father?
was?
Yeah. Do
It's
some
like-
research. And the cool thing about it that the father's, the grandmother to be is willing to, help out. There's always friends and families who's willing to help out, like you mentioned before.
What do you think about last name?
Last name?
Well, my last name is my mother's last name. My mother's maiden last name.
I'm glad mine ain't.
So
My
my mom did that.
Sorry, Mom.
My mom probably did that to spite my biological father, who's no longer with us. But she did that because she was hurt.
But what if he's like in this, in this case, he said that he didn't want to be a part of the baby's life.
I think even if it hurts, you still gotta keep it factual with your child. You just gotta keep it factual with your child. You gotta let them know, like, oh, this is the father. This is your father. Things didn't work out. But you know who he is, and if you want to know more about that side of the family, go ahead. Seek it. Go seek the knowledge if you want to know. But like, oh man, it's a slippery slope, man, because it could go down to like, it could get ugly. It could really get ugly. It could, the mom will make you hate your biological father without even knowing the full scale of it. But the fact that the mother is there for 9 months, carrying you, nurturing you, seeing you grow up and grow older, she may use that as a crutch. Like, no, your allegiance with me because I've been with you from the
Since
gate.
day one.
I was like,
Since
well,
you got out.
I mean, well, mom, that's how the dice rolls sometimes. You're left with the baby and you're being responsible. And I commend you for not, putting me up for adoption or aborting me, but you made the choice. If we're talking about equality, right? Just saying. And that's for the father. And the fathers get hounded. People do fucking jail time if they're not paying their child support payments or they owe back pay. So, yeah, like shit. I can't really speak too much on it because I'm not a father myself. But I could, tell you from what I seen. That's what I have to offer. So as far as I can go with that.
Yeah, because a lot of my girls, they, are single mothers. I want to say so on the birth certificate, it has the father's name. Yes, no, for a fact. 2 in general. Not in general, but specifically they put the father's name on the birth certificate, but the last name they gave theirs because both men specifically said they don't want to be part of their lives. So it's like, I'm not going to give my child your last name when you don't want anything to do with him or her. But because you are the father and I'm always open for co-parenting, I'm going to put you on, the birth certificate. And it's just sad. It's a sad situation.
Yeah, like situation with my father. He doesn't have his dad's last name. He has stepdad's last name. So I was like, oh wow, that's crazy. This whole time I thought my last name was from official. Not really. I like my last name better than the other one though.
Just got used to it. Probably. Yeah. And I think my last name has a ring to with my first name, so I'm cool with that. He just giggles.
No, it's my last name. It's cool. I like my last name.
Yeah.
So, it's funny because my dad, he changed his last name because of his stepdad. And so that same thing for me too as well.
And for the deadbeat fathers out there, you lose out on legacy and carrying the lineage and the name to go further down the line because maybe you're too nervous or too scared to go ahead and step up and be a father when someone else was willing to take that job. Not take the job, take that position.
Right.
From you. So shit, man. Like I said, man, we could go ahead and just close it out. But yeah, overall, like I said before, wish you a safe and happy, stress-free pregnancy as much as possible, especially being 35, and hopefully the gentleman will change his tune and want to be a part of the child's life. And that's all I gotta say about that.
Do what feels right to your soul. Do what feels right in your heart. Just do you. Justina said, I wonder why people don't think about this shit before having unprotected sex.
Because they want to get their nut out.
Yeah, it's like, after what happened to me, I was pulling out with the condom on. So I was doing that before, but I was like, you know what? I got a condom on. Maybe I can just,
Nah, nigga, I was doing that like my early years of fucking. I was pulling out with the condom. I trained myself.
Well, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I started off doing. I started off doing that.
Yeah.
And then there was a time I was like, I want to, be able to just keep going.
But with
I
your
got the condom on.
still.
Yeah.
That's
Busting
dangerous.
the condom.
I did that once because she wanted me to try it. boy, was I nervous.
I
I was
Yes.
nervous as fuck.
I didn't think
She
I'd
said
break
this
a
is
Magnum condom like that.
She said this is in reference to parents openly saying they don't want to be a part of a child's life.
Yeah, that's sad. All right, man.
Yeah, them motherfuckers are stupid. They should pull out with 2 condoms on.
They shouldn't have sex.
Just jack off, nigga.
Just jack off.
Go on Pornhub and jack off.
Hey, it's safe sex.
He's like, what?
Y'all tripping. They can still get it in. They can still get a nut.
If a girl was on birth control, I'll still pull out. Nah, what you talking about? You in a whole ass marriage, boy. If you don't, if you don't knock
He
it
said
off
I'd still pull out like today.
today.
Nigga, don't say that. You incriminating yourself. It's on live too. That shit is 24.
live.
We're live. And you know, girls could probably check and say, oh, let me check. Do this one thing. This shit was funny.
Screenshot.
No, I mean the screenshot. It's like one girl went on some girl's live and said, I'm just checking to make sure my man ain't here.
What the fuck?
Damn.
That's burnt.
Detective.
Detective work. But yeah, man, let's go ahead. We gotta wrap this up, man. Shout out some party words. Kmart, you here, man? It's been a while.
I know. I miss you guys. But anyways, shout out to me.
Thank you for participating again.
Yep.
All right.
Thank you, folks.
That's easy.
Y'all know what it is. Shout outs to my girl, Miss Dashe. Shout outs to the organization BPM Supreme for
Oh yeah, that looks
bringing
fun.
DJ Jazzy Jeff out to San Diego on Friday.
What?
Yeah, at the Sandbox in downtown. We went through there and got to see Jazzy Jeff do his thing. Like a real G. He you know, me being a big fan of him, it was really cool to see that, and I can cross it off my list. So thank you, BPM Supreme. Shout outs to y'all. You know, from what I've heard, they're a pretty big popping organization out here in San Diego as far as entertainment organization. So I will be looking for them to do something else.
All right, for sure.
That's what's up.
Miss Nessa.
Oh wait, one more.
Oh,
Shout outs
one
to
more.
Gail King for not
For keeping their composure.
keeping your composure and
Yes.
for not falling into
To the trap
the trap
of the closet.
of people trying to make R. Kelly out to be more of a monster than he's looking like. Where, you know, they would say that whole her being a fear for her life and all that stuff, where she had to really break it down for people. So shout out to you for not, you know, for making R. Kelly still be a human being, even though he fucking up. He doing some fucked up shit.
You know, she's fucking up.
Shout out to, again, I pretty much do this every week, but shout out to everybody that involuntarily participated in my NSA on and off air. Shout out to Sheena and I Hate Mondays for the event that is going to pop off on April 2nd.
Pop
where
off.
Kmart is going to be at.
Huh?
It's called Chat, Choose, and Date. It's a speed dating event, and it takes place in San Diego, April 2nd. So you can actually purchase your tickets now. It should be a fun event. I definitely will be there to support my girl. And I'm actually interested to see how, you know, this is going to be. Is it going to be a Black San Diego thing, or is it just everybody going to show up? Like, I don't know. I'm just really curious to see. But yeah, so shout out to all y'all for that.
All right. Let's not get in the habit of this. Shout outs to Olivia, since we calling out names like Corrupt. Shout outs to you. That's her real name, guys. Yeah, you guys probably already know by now.
Oh shit.
So shout outs to Olivia. She holds me down. Thank
3
you.
years later.
Ooh.
Hey,
8 years later.
I know. I know, right? I'm so fucking tardy to the
This is
party.
not the first time he's shouted her out.
Yeah, yeah.
But this
I
is
get
the
a
first
different,
time
different
he's used her
real name. Yeah. So yeah, shout outs to Olivia. I said your name again and again. Shout outs to shout outs to Mike Mayock, the new general manager of the Oakland Raiders. Man, he's making some shit happen. We got Antonio Brown, and we didn't have to lose any of our any 3 of our first round draft picks.
Thank God.
So we got a 5th. We gave him a 5th and some fucking quarters to Pittsburgh for Antonio Brown. That was a fucking steal. And then we picked up motherfucking Trent Brown, who was the offensive tackle of the Super Bowl winning Patriots, the same left tackle that, held it down throughout the whole playoff push. So I'm cool with that. And then we just picked up Joyner from the Rams to be in the backfield with Carl Joseph instead of Reggie Nelson's old sorry ass. So Mike Mayock is doing some shit, man. I'm gonna see what this draft is about, and hopefully we could turn that 4-12 into a 10-6, 11-5,
12-4,
maybe a 12-4. I don't know, but shit, we still in the toughest division in the league, so it ain't gonna be that easy. But at least arm us with some motherfucking really good players out here. So all I gotta say is, Chucky, don't fuck this up, please. Please don't. And I am, and especially in the Chucky reference, Child's Play, the reboot's coming out in June. I'm gonna check that out too.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so but yeah, you've been this far along with us. Thank you for listening to us. You can hear us on every Tuesday. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter at JiggsUpPod. Like us on Facebook. Like I said, for the longest time, we're gonna do extra content on Patreon, so be on the lookout for that to keep the party going. And it's gonna be really lit on there. So this Patreon episode is gonna be a lot of fun. I'm telling y'all. So y'all probably get an extra Patreon episode a month at least for us to gain some footing, on that aspect. So, anything else? Yada, yada, yada. All right. Nothing else. See you guys later. If you enjoy listening to this podcast as much as you love making it, because we do, we love what we do. And if you're not being your motherfucking self, you know what I got to say. The jig is up.
Oh my gosh, that was
You're
horrible.
so out of sync.
No, I'm joking.
Is this camera on me? The jig is up. No. Okay. You know what I gotta say. The jig is up. And we out.
Much better.